Boom. We're live. Welcome back to another episode of the Bangin Brass Podcast. This one's going to be a little bit different. We're doing a USPSA roundtable discussion. So I'm going to have on hopefully a bunch of different guests. We're allowing everyone to just kind of jump in. Oh shit, Brennan's already in. Look at So this should be a good one. I'm sure everyone's going to get sauced up, cause some issues. So this one's got. Oh shit! What up, dog? How y'all doing?
What
Where
up,
you?
bro?
Where are you at?
We're at the beach, but sea
I
line.
got my Bangin Brass t-shirt. It's awesome. I love it.
Hell yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, everybody go buy them. They're awesome.
Why are you on live? He's on Instagram Live.
Bro,
So
plenty of Tito's today, baby. Let's go. All right.
yeah,
Keep
I
me
can
off,
tell.
man. Where's
All
your-
right.
Hey, hashtag Rotten Boys for the chat.
Hell yeah!
All right, dude. I'll at you.
All right, jump off real quick. It's not letting me. It's not letting me boot you here.
Just exit out. All right, see you.
Later, bro. Yeah, so that's going to be happening a lot. People are just going to be kind of jumping in and out. Six Jamesons deep, just waiting to start the shit show. Yeah, hell yeah. Finally get to know everyone's favorite Wu-Tang Clan song. Yeah, possibly. What's up, dude?
What the heck did I just miss?
Oh, dude, Brennan was shithoused at the beach and got on. He was the first person on. Him and Jess
Yeah,
they're in the bar. They jumped on the live to say what's up.
that doesn't shock me.
So we got Range Panda on here. Well, I guess Range Panda 2,
Dude,
2.0.
I'm actually trying to log into another machine so I can type here, and it's been a nightmare. Like, you get so accustomed to just having all your junk just auto log in, and yeah, dude, it's been a mess.
For those of you who don't know, our good friend Eric Steiner, Range Panda, long time beast in the shooting world. His entire account, I guess your Facebook, your Instagram, everything got nixed, huh? Got zucked.
Yep, everything.
Got zucked right off planet Earth.
It's and what's weird is, like, I've never even had a 30-day ban. You know what I mean? Like, I've had a 3-day ban because I called a white homie of mine a cracker, and but like I've never, like for the most part, I'm conservative as far as, like, there's some really, you know, out there stuff I would post, but I'm like, that won't do too good, and then I don't, and like all of a sudden, like I log in yesterday and I'm nuked, like everything's gone, IG and Facebook. It's just crazy. Give me a minute here. I'm gonna see if I can get logged in.
We got Bill Duda on.
Oh shit!
Oh fuck! There you are.
What's up,
Hey,
dog?
Is he wearing pants?
No, I doubt it.
I think they
Bill
might
never
have
wears
zucked you
pants.
because of your stage scores, bro. I don't think it was anything to do with your posts at all. If you'd start shooting like you meant it, they probably would have left you alone.
Probably.
Hey,
Speaking of that,
Beam Team 3 Gun said he skipped his wife starting him like a lawnmower with their new butt beads for this, so we got to make it good, guys.
Well, he's just making bad life decisions anyway. He probably shoots PCC.
Hammer, jump on here, dog. Don't be a girl about it. I can have 3 people on at once. Instagram's new update, I guess.
Well, I
It's
think
pretty
this is
dope.
3 people. Oh, you mean 3 additional people?
3
Other than-
additional
hey,
people.
I've shot with Trevor, and math is not his strong suit.
Ha 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 ha.
Well, neither is shooting. So
It's not. Panda, you're the sorriest excuse for an Asian I've ever seen. Watching you do stage math is like watching 2 monkeys try to fuck a football.
Hey, I'm not that kind of Asian.
You are not that kind of Asian.
You know what? With my luck, I'm gonna screw up getting logged in here and screw up the live. So I'm not gonna.
Panda,
Oh,
Panda's
no.
fucking fake Asian ass asked me to do math for him. What the fuck?
Hey, USPSA
I mean, it's
math.
ridiculous, dude.
USPSA math, bro.
Come on. Everybody knows that shit's impossible, but you're supposed to be Asian, Panda. Jesus Christ.
What is your drink of choice, Hammer?
Dick.
it's funny because it's true.
Tonight I'm drinking on like 7 and 7 whiskey and Sprite.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty smashed. I've been drinking all fucking day. Roll Tide.
Oh my God! Get the fuck out of here! Didn't y'all just almost lose to like some bullshit school?
But did we lose? No, we didn't almost lose. Well, we did almost lose, but not to a bullshit school.
This is the worst beginning to a gun podcast. This
is terrible. So the point that oh my God,
What is he drinking? The
hard.
Corona?
Corona. Golly, are you late for your audition for the Fast and the Furious franchise? You fucking nerd.
I mean, if anybody's in Little Mexico right now, it's Trevor, right?
Yeah, right. Don't get political.
Was that a rip
We're
on
talking
my
about
facial
football,
hair?
now we're talking about politics.
No, I was talking about Trevor State.
I know.
My what?
Motherfuckers in Haitian fucking refugee central.
Dude, I'm chilling in Houston right now, dog. We got all the freedoms.
He's good.
Yeah, so the point of this whole shit show before we got sidetracked was we're doing a USPSA roundtable. So this is a chance for everyone to kind of get out what they think should happen in the near future. So Panda's already thinking about exiting.
So I don't even know where to start. I've been pretty fucking good through the whole Foley gate and through all the bullshit that's been going on. And after getting zooked yesterday, like I'm really starting not to give a fuck and just ready to just let go, you know?
Yeah.
Let it go, Panda.
Because some of you guys are way worse than I am.
Yeah.
And here I am getting like
You goddamn right we are.
You
How the fuck did that happen to you, bro?
I just think you're not trying hard enough.
Full metal Jesse. I can't accept Brandon because I can only have 3 people on at once.
Nobody wants to accept Brennan. God, he's got beautiful hair.
His gorgeous hair. If I was a chick, I'd ride his face.
Ooh, I don't need to be a chick to ride his face.
But anyway,
the people that didn't accept him was his parents when he came out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? Love you, Brennan.
Panda, you need to just let loose, bro, because you've always had like the cleanest social media out of all of us as far as like not getting too spicy on anything, and we're over here letting loose. Bill's posting full nudes on match days.
Okay, I did do that. You're not wrong.
And he's fine, and you're getting fucking zucked over here.
Hang on.
Yeah, dude, you need more nudes. That's why you got zucked.
Hang on.
Yeah,
I came here to touch myself to all of you.
If you were shaking your ass in the G-string, you wouldn't have any problems, Panda, which is what we all want to see anyway.
Oh, shit. See,
in my top 10.
No. So I'm typing a post even now, and IG gives me a pop-up. This comment looks similar to others that have been reported.
Yep.
Shit. I was trying to tell Full Metal Jesse to eat my ass. So I can't type it, but I just said it. So she was saying kick me off and let Brendan on. I'm much prettier than Brendan.
Yeah. I don't think any of us are as pretty as Brennan. Let's be honest with ourselves here. So, if Hammer's Wi-Fi keeps fucking up, we're gonna kick him off.
So Duda, every time I've seen you like on a podcast or interview, you're like multitasking on a computer. Are you like really just playing like Free Cell? Are you doing work? What are you doing?
Don't be absurd. Free Cell is it's yeah, it's porn. I edit porn in my free time. No, it's a new shirt art that I'm working on. Well, that somebody's got me working on anyway. So,
hey, Duda, are we still gonna go full retard on some shirt ideas, or what are we doing here?
How much more retard can I go? I've got fucking Top Gun shirts. What more do you need?
Like full retard. We'll talk about it.
You did piss in a cup on the last fucking podcast, so.
Who, me?
No, that was a toilet. Twice.
Oh, it was
3 times.
We were peeing simultaneously.
What are we, Instagram truckers now?
Brennan did
urinate
into a Brennan did urinate into a McDonald's cup. Just to not get off. It was wonderful. It was wonderful.
Little does he know the standards are very low for this podcast.
Extremely low.
Hey, dude,
toilets are fine.
He could have peed onto his own face.
Hempel has your new T-shirt. Shoot fast, eat ass. He says.
Shoot.
Oh,
fast,
dude.
How come he can say eat ass and I can't? I get a pop-up.
Because you're telling someone to eat your ass.
No, it's because you've already been zucked. They just want to see if they can zuck you again.
Whole new profile, bro. Whole new profile.
They're not stupid,
because
Panda.
It's super secret when you
job.
make it the same freaking tag to A. I mean, nobody's gonna fucking fall for that, are they?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh my
God!
God!
I don't attribute a lot of intelligence to these guys, but maybe they can figure that one out.
I'm incognito. Where's my sunglasses?
You're in something.
Oh my God!
Panda put on a fake Charlie Chaplin mustache and sunglasses and came back and fucking
never know.
Dude, I should have done that.
They'll never know.
Hey, here's some sunglasses for you right here.
Yeah.
Hey, but no, prior to this, everybody's got the conspiracy theory about algorithms. But prior to this, I 100% know my Facebook was getting throttled down because all my videos, like I had a video I shared the other day. It had 12 shares, like the first day, and it had 200 views. You know what I mean? Like I was 100% getting throttled back on Facebook.
Bro, my TikTok, TikTok has
on Facebook hard.
My TikTok's all the way throttled, dude. I went from getting like 600,000 to 1 million views on videos. I got 26,000 followers, and now I post a video, it gets like 100 views.
Yeah,
I'm like, it's mathematically impossible for that to happen.
Even my page, which is pretty.
You have a page, dude? What's your page?
We're pretty tame, but it's
what's your page called? I'm gonna give you a follow. I'm gonna give you a follow, bro. What is it?
I don't know. I don't want to tell you.
Dude, somebody said you look like you do stunts for Butt Bagwell on the weekends in gay movies.
Look, I mean, honestly, just fucking tag Butt Bagwell and you'll find me. You don't have to
Who's
look that
Butt
hard.
Bagwell?
I have no idea.
Is that a real gay porn star?
I'm guessing.
It's part of the new political party, Lemon Party. If you don't know what it is, look it up, lemonparty.org.
I'm
not falling for that
shit.
one. I'm not falling for that one. If Duda tells you to Google something,
I didn't say Google. I gave you the website of my party.
If he gives you a website, you can be assured that you're getting a virus.
Panda said, finally a party I can get behind.
Hey, what the hell is going on here? We got some FUD technology. All three of you guys wired headphones? Come on, this is like the year 2020.
Listen, bro. All right, I spend all my money on other
2021.
shit.
Look, just be happy I'm smart enough to use the earphones and not go with the freaking the speaker on the phone.
I've had these same headphones for like a decade, all right? I've had these headphones, and I've had 12 iPhones in the meantime. They all come with new headphones. I throw them all in a drawer. My last one came with the AirPods. I have not opened them.
So Hammer and I were talking.
Trevor ate his last dongle by mistake because he thought it was something else. He was like, "Ooh, dongle? I know what to do with this."
It's got the word dong in it.
All right, so seriously,
we're way off topic.
We'll keep fucking around, but let's.
That's pretty much
talk
topic
about,
for this. Don't get too excited.
This is not going to go well, but this is let's start talking USPSA. Somebody said, Hempel, easy. How do I kick somebody? Can I kick somebody off here? Oh, yep. Report comment just happened. It's hate speech or symbols.
I forgot to open up my my second window.
All right, Matt Hempel can eat my butthole. In the meantime,
how come there's no pop up when you say that?
Let's start talking about some USPSA. So what do you guys want to see from the new administration when they take over, whoever it should be?
Well, let's start with the. I haven't read them, but somebody sent me the latest BOD notes where they're making some. It sounds like they're making some changes about the whole position. Has anybody read those?
Yes. So to my understanding, they already made the decision that they will separate president and CEO. So there will be an elected president, right? Who will obviously represent us and the board and all that stuff. And then they're, if I'm not mistaken, going to hire an outside CEO to run the business side, which I think is genius.
100% needed to happen. I was actually talking to Tim the other day about this. The president needs to be a figurehead for the org. I don't care what you do, fundraise, make suggestions, give general leadership, but
Golf cart rides.
Golf cart rides. But there needs to be a COO, if that's what you want to call it, and that's their day-to-day job is to run the organization.
Yeah.
I think that I know that it was like it was maybe supposed to be just a temporary thing to make it a part-time pay cut job, right? Because of the Area 3 interim president or whatever. But like that, if that was the case, if that was what it was going to be, that was a horrible mistake, right? It needs to be whoever is running the organization. That's a fucking full-time job.
Yeah,
it really is.
Now hold on. No. So what you're talking about are two separate things. So you're excited that they're separating the CEO from the USPSA president.
I'm saying that if
the CEO is going to be a full-time job.
I'm saying that if they had done one or the other, then it would have been a poor decision.
The CEO should be a full-time position.
Yeah.
The president should be a part-time position.
Sure.
Well, I mean that's what it is.
Hey,
sure.
I mean that's what it is as of now. That's what they're accomplishing as of now.
Before we get too serious, I have to say I wouldn't have given Trevor a ride in a golf cart either. Just put that out
Fuck
there.
no.
Bro, I wouldn't have given
you
me
and
a
your
ride in a
standards.
golf cart. Are you kidding me?
Can you imagine the STDs left over on your fucking golf cart seat? Fuck
Bro,
that.
I don't even like myself, okay?
We're right there with you, buddy.
Hey, here's a Trevor golf cart story. So we're at A3. I think there were 4 people packed inside the golf cart, and 2 of us. Trevor was on the outside on one side, and I was on the outside of the other. And we get up to the parking lot, and I think Chase was driving pretty fast.
Pretty rowdy.
I dipped off because we were at the car, and the sudden weight shift to Trevor's fucking fat ass side over the golf cart
Almost
into a
ran me
truck.
into a fucking Ford F-150.
Like, just the weight shift was like instant, and it took a hard 90-degree left.
Well, think about it. The golf cart was leaning like this because Panda was on that side, and he jumps off and it fucking jerks real hard.
It's Panda's fault.
Y'all might
the camera adds 30 pounds.
Y'all might not get this, but remember What's Eating Gilbert Grape? Have you ever seen that movie? What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
Yeah.
Some people will get that and they'll think it's funny, but whatever.
Hey, Brennan, Bill's editing porn. Leave him alone.
Yeah, Bill's
No,
busy.
you guys are making this so much easier. It's gay porn, so.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
anyways.
so with the separation, what do you think? Let's talk about it.
Hey, are we 100% sure that the president, like the part-time and the pay cut, is that permanent, or is that just because Sherwin's taking it on halftime?
Well, I mean, they can change it later on, but right now that is the salary for the president, regardless of who it is.
Gotcha.
So it wasn't listed as a temporary nothing. That's what they voted on for the president's salary to be.
And I think they did that because they knew they were going to separate the position. They were going to separate president and CEO. Because they have to be able to pay a CEO. Realistically, a CEO for a nonprofit this size should be making $120 to $180.
Initially, when I first saw that, I was pretty excited because there's a lot of money grubbers that just, first of all, they see the paycheck. They think about being able to shoot matches, for your job, which sounds great. But a lot of people were coming out of the woodwork for that position because of that stuff. And so I was excited at first because that should quell some of that. But then, it was brought up that it could be potentially, part-time. And so I was like, shit, well, we're back in the same boat.
That's one of the main reasons they did it, bro. They were like, that was like the first meme when as soon as they said that, I was like, all these wannabe freaking $150,000 a year dudes are rethinking their
all of a sudden
asking people to sign their
sign my thing, bro. I'm trying to run for president.
All of a sudden, A5 guy wants to run for president. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, you have.
No, who do you mean?
We have an area 5.
Yeah.
What happened?
Area 5.
Who could you possibly be talking about?
Yeah.
It's not even on my radar, bro.
What would MF do? That was my favorite meme of the day.
Yeah.
Hey, can I say? See, this is one of the memes that I wanted to make, but I didn't. But
should have. Looking back, you should have.
So I mean, so Foley shoots Area 5, right? And like you would think that would be the biggest news in meme history going on right now is our newly debunked president is shooting a match. And then it's like, you ever see that meme of the black guy that's behind the tree going like this? That's how I picture Mike Foley with all this Raiders stuff going on.
See, you're thinking two dimensionally. You forgot Mike Foley wasn't only at Area 5 shooting. Mike Foley, to the rumor mill that I'm being told, is Mike Foley was at Area 5 getting his petition for presidency signed.
Yeah.
Be serious.
Yeah, I mean, that's the word. I mean,
that's the word.
So
I haven't gotten confirmation from anybody that signed it, but I mean, I've gotten people telling me that I hear.
Hey, what's that saying? You either die the hero or you live long enough to be the villain, right?
Yep.
Like, to me, that was Mike Foley.
B. Caldwell just said, yep, he petitioned their entire squad.
Caldwell just sign it?
Yeah. So,
of course, dude, I was down at Carolina Classic and I had he came up to me. He's like, I want you to sign my petition for presidency. I was like, do you know who I am? He's like, no. I was like, I said,
supposedly he told the entire board when they voted him out that that night that he would be back to run again and that he would get it because he has such strong support and still challenge. That's what right.
This is the biggest gripe I have with our org is we have information like little tidbits that were said at a match to this guy to that guy, and that's how it gets disseminated among our world. Like, why do we not know this out in the open as public information? You know what I mean?
Okay, but to be fair, what do we have for a news organization? It's us four.
Yeah.
I mean, me and my 400 followers.
Yeah, you and your 400 followers.
Me, man. God.
Oh, he's up to 480 something. He was moving up in the world.
Hey, he offered tit pics for 500. Nobody wanted to see this shit.
Yeah, that's why it's sitting at 480. Yeah. Nobody wants to be that 500 person.
I offered a massive giveaway to get him to 1,000. Everybody was like, "Fuck that guy."
Hey, but seriously, thank you to all three for spreading the word. And helping me get started again. So.
Yeah, if you're watching this podcast or you listen to it, go follow Range Panda. What's your new tag?
I'll type it in here.
Range Panda 2A.
Yeah, Range Panda 2A. Really creative.
Range Panda 2A.
It's not that hard to remember.
Oh, I'm dead. Range Panda
real quick,
incognito.
I got so many freaking like, hey, is this a spam account messages and texts? It's like, no, bro, it's really me. And then everybody's asking me why.
Who the fuck thought you were famous enough to have a spam account?
They're like, great, this motherfucker's got primers for sale. Jesus fucking Christ.
Okay,
anyways,
so I want to follow up. So with the whole meme account being our news organization, we can go on. I've done it before where I've gone on and said something about what the news is that we're going to talk about. About 6 memes later, people are like, what the fuck are we even talking about right now? I don't know what's going on. And I just get tired of telling people to go back and look at the news, so I don't do it anymore. I just make fun of everything. Y'all want the news? Read the comments. Somebody's telling you what it is in the comments.
And not only that, but there's times that there have been memes made that were like obviously ironic or were obviously a joke, and then people take and then people take that and go, "Holy fuck, that's really holy shit! Wait, what?
Oh yeah,
that's the news story." I mean,
Bill, talk about the mask mandate for nationals last year.
Yeah, that's
exactly
that one had.
Dude,
that's 100% what we're talking
about. Not only had people emailing corporate, but it also had people withdrawing from matches because of it.
I wasn't even going to Nats. We were having our kid, and you had me going. Like, I believed it.
He had me going too for a brief second. So I was like, Bill, is this real? And he just said, LOL, you're fucking retarded.
Yeah. people asked me if I was really running for president. I was doing that shit. I have people coming up to me at matches and ask me if I'm really running for president. I'm like, no, that's not really a thing.
So that's what sparked this thing was I've been hit up so much about like, are you going to run for president? First off, fuck that job. Secondly, fuck no. And then everyone's like, well, who's going to run? What are they going to talk about? What are they going to do? So I felt like this would be a good idea for us to kind of put out what we think would be a good change moving forward, and then give other people in the comments, or if they want to join the podcast, to kind of tell us what they think. So
that's a terrible decision.
Give us some give us some changes.
Why are you giving all these people so much power?
Give us some changes that you think should happen, guys. Let's start with Panda. Give us like your top 3.
Well, let me preface something real quick, because, especially like the comment that just made, I'd sign Bill's petition to run. Here's the thing, though. Like, we all enjoy this sport and our involvement in this sport. There's been times that I've announced that I want to run, and I was serious at the time. But I've been in that position before, and it just ruins why you love what you got into. I can't really speak for you guys, but I love competitive shooting. And I would not want to make it my job and to be at matches and not to be able to be a shooter. You're always going to have somebody that doesn't like you, and you're not going to, it doesn't matter if you're the best USPSA president we've ever had. You're not going to please everybody. And to me, I love USPSA so much, and I've learned from past mistakes. I used to be really big into motocross racing. And I was an elected president, and it ruined the sport for me. By the end of my term, I was out. I sold everything, and was just out. With that said, I really think the first thing, and I think the board's kind of going and doing that right now, is our president needs less power than what they've had in the past. And maybe they need more power in the right things. Like, I can't remember, there's a guy that's running, and he's got a website up. I can't think of the dude's name, but he's got all these great things listed. And then I remember Angry Matt Olenchek it wasn't Angry Matt. It was an ex Area 1 director, Chuck. And he's like, those things all sound great, but the president doesn't have the power to do any of that. And, maybe some power redirection, to be able to get some of those things accomplished would be great.
Yeah. Because I have a list of changes I think would be great. But
give us one. Can
the president even do it? So the first one I'll get into is I'll just go first on the list. I think major power factor should be either reduced to 145 or dropped.
How do we kick him out? How do we kick the host out?
You can't. I'm in it for life, bitch.
Can we kick you out?
But let me give you the reasons why. So what's the most? Listen, what's the most?
You're one of those 50.
Don't you?
Next thing you're going to tell me is you want 15
Don't you fucking
rounds.
shoot open, Connor? What the fucking hell are you talking about? Oh my God!
Let me tell you.
Please whine to us some more on your own platform. We don't want to hear it, but let's go.
No.
Jesus Christ. You're such a terrible person. I don't even want to listen to your explanation.
All right, let me know when you're ready.
All right, come on.
All right, I'm ready.
Come on.
All right, so what's the?
Oh shit! I was dropping my phone.
What is like the premier division in USPSA?
Open.
Okay, well now what's the most popular divisions in USPSA? The 2 most popular right now.
Carry optics, GCC.
Yeah.
Now, why? Because they're minor power factor and they're easy to get a hold of, right?
No, because they're cheap.
Because they're cheap. Why are they cheap? They're easy to get into. Right? Because you don't have to go buy all this loading equipment and fucking push power factor and destroy your guns and all that shit. Drop it to 145. You can do plus P plus and make power factor. It's easy to come apart. It's easy to get a hold of. And now we've opened the door for major ammo manufacturers to come into the spiciest part of the divisions and make some money and promote their products and get more branding. It's smart. It's smarter.
You're full of it. No, if you really want to be smart of it, you would just eliminate the power factor requirements and everything.
That's what I said. Either
or you
goes
would
away,
eliminate major and
Either
just make it all minor power
That's
factor.
what I just said. Either minor power factor goes away. I've been drinking all day.
Oh,
Either
Travis,
minor
I've been
power
drinking a
factor-
lot. Holy shit!
Either
We didn't
minor
notice.
power factor goes away or it's reduced.
Listen,
I think it needs to just go away.
I'm going to try and explain something to you, Trevor, that you may not understand. It's the topic of shooting, okay? Let me see if I can break this down for you. When you shoot minor, even in open, your shooting style is completely different than shooting major. Yes, you still should be shooting for all alphas, but what's acceptable is way different between the two shooting styles. You know, major is way more aggressive, in my opinion, than
Really?
minor. And I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
No way. I had no
totally.
idea.
Absolutely.
I had no idea. No fucking clue.
then why do you want to get
This is
rid of
news
it?
to me.
Well, so
I
look,
said reduce it or make it go away. Reducing it to 145 would allow you to run just a little bit hotter than minor rounds and make power factor. And you can run – open guns run very well sprung right at 145 to 150 power factor. They run just as good.
Minor and quit your
Okay.
bitching.
So,
Whatever.
so I've heard.
Right?
So I've heard this. I've heard this comment from other people before. Just do away with major, right? There's no more major power factor, right? And on the flip side of that coin, I've heard those same people bitch about having to buy new magnets or new belts or new this, that, and the other for their carry optics guns or for their production guns or whatever it is, right? And so those people aren't shooting open. If you say do away with major power factor completely, then the people that are shooting limited and open, all of a sudden your $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 open gun, it's fucking pointless.
Okay,
There's no reason to even have it. Because we might as well all be shooting Shadow 2s or Glocks or Tanfos or whatever the fuck because
it doesn't change the way the guns
So-
run. It doesn't change how fast they are and how good they are.
Hey, so this horse has been beaten on
Yeah, I just don't.
on several podcasts.
All right, you ready for another
Sorry.
one?
Hold on.
boring.
Do any of us even believe that this would even happen? Like,
Dude.
we can't even
No,
get rid of
it's boring.
L10 or Revo.
That's
no
another
way-
one. L10 and Revo gone
There's
out
no
the fucking
way
window.
we're gonna reduce. Let's forget about it.
Thank
There's
God
no way.
you're not the president of USPSA. I wouldn't vote for you.
Good, I'm not fucking running because I wouldn't vote for me, you fucking idiots. All right, so the next one would be to stream major events like area matches and nationals to attract bigger sponsors and treat it more like an actual sporting event and like a spectacle.
Does anybody know, like, financially and logistically how to
Do
make
it? Yes,
more- yeah.
absolutely. Bill
Okay.
knows for a fact that there's somebody who knows exactly how to do it that I've introduced Bill to. Bill's probably already working on it with shit-eating grin on his face.
Because here's the deal.
Oh.
What was that old show that followed Max Michelle around? Was it Hot Shots?
Yeah.
Like something like that to have out on YouTube that people can just find whenever
great.
they want would be fantastic. And
All
not
right,
just
so you're not wrong. So here's the problem with that, and I speak to this as a person that's trying to do it and done a lot of research into it. So it's not impossible to do; it's expensive to do,
that's why I said
especially-
financially.
especially when you go to ranges where they don't have any kind of internet connection at like a clubhouse or anything nearby. All right.
That's why I said major
I'm
events.
Well, I'm working on doing this. The problem is the expense. So I worked my way up by creating the match support. And the match support is I bring tablets and timers and Wi-Fi to the range to supply to a match so they don't have to do paper backups. Right? They don't have to worry about the technology involved with getting rid of paper backups. Everybody gets their emails. Everybody's happy. If everything's running right with Practice Core, which is a whole nother niche that I had to learn about, then they can actually get instant results as well. When you hit approve, you see results on competitor. That's not a guarantee, by the way. That's a whole nerdy subject I can get into.
Yeah, sure.
But
Fucking nerd.
but the amount of expense that goes into creating all of that with or without an internet connection, or hopefully at least a Wi-Fi connection, is prohibitive. So for me to make that happen, which I'm trying to do, I need to make sure that I develop it in a way that pays for itself to begin with, to get people interested, and then crowdsource that by doing like a subscription to get people to pay for it. so that I could do it more often. Next year, we're doing, at a minimum, I've got Area 8, Area 5, or Area 8, Area 6. We're talking to Area 7. They might be moving ranges. And then we got Area 5 I sent a message out to see if I can get a response from them. Directly on the heels of me hammering on them for their Area 5 guy. I mean, that wasn't their fault by any means.
I'm sure it's
totally that guy's fault.
Bro, I'm sure it's not even on their radar.
Well, what you're talking about, though, dude, also includes your own personal and/or at least from a business sense, the go fast, don't suck, economic capabilities, right? So USPSA has a whole lot larger of economy of scale to be able to go out and do something like that.
Way bigger.
Right. Right.
They do, and they have started doing it.
And they have, and like
just poorly.
And you saw what happened, and even at Nats, even at low cap Nats, they started trying to do something, and it could have been a whole lot better. But I don't know if you guys, I don't think you guys know about what actually happened. I don't. But
I do.
I just know from a viewer. I mean, I started trying to live. I started trying to live stream low cap Nats from the very beginning, and it spent probably 45 minutes with the shittiest service you've ever seen in your life. It's just stalling out constantly.
Give us the juice, Bill. Give us the juice.
First off, you're not technically allowed to live stream from Nationals because it is a USPSA event, and that is owned and operated by USPSA.
Right. Sure.
So as far as like live streaming from that match, you're technically not supposed to be doing it because it's owned by USPSA. However, because they want to do bigger things, they're trying to get on outdoor TV and things like that, which I totally 100%. If that's how they want to do it, I'm not going to try to stop them. I don't want to get involved. I don't want to obscure that at all because I think it's awesome. Yep. Get on national TV, let people see our sport, want to come play our sport. That's how I got involved. Now I've forgotten where we were going. What the fuck are you doing to me?
The thing about the streaming at low cap.
Okay, so it's expensive, right? If we can make it happen and we can get the matches to essentially involve, how do I describe this? They have to put in their the match sign up a waiver to allow us to do it. Because if they don't put a waiver in their match description that allows a paid entity to live stream their image, then we won't be able to do it at all.
What's the legality behind that? Because you're in a public venue.
It's not a public venue. It's a private venue. I mean, it's a public event, but you have to be a member of USPSA to shoot that event.
Okay,
so
but let's just talk.
It's exclusive.
But let's just talk about this because you're talking about this through the lens of you and Go Fast Don't Suck. But let's talk about this through the lens of USPSA as an organization.
Okay,
right.
So they're trying to do it, but it was the impetus behind it was your favorite person, old Mikey.
The incompetence behind it? Is that what you meant to say?
I'm telling you, the impetus behind it that involved and tried to make it happen, from what I have been told, I'll lead that off, right, is it was Mike. Mike was the one that was telling people that he wanted it to happen, and it was an expense that several people did not want to put money into, and it happened because he said it should happen. Now, I don't agree with the heavy-handed tactics, but he was making an effort. They did better the second time around than they did the first time around, so they were learning from what they had done the first time around, but it still wasn't good. I mean,
yeah.
Are we talking live stream or just recording in general?
Well, live stream. Recording in general is similar. You're still not supposed to record people without their knowledge. So
yeah. So one thing that I think could benefit the sport is like that Hot Shots thing. And I'm not talking about just filming people shooting stages. Like they followed Max.
Following somebody.
And they talked to him behind the scenes. They talked to Casey Asubio behind the scenes. Like that kind of made them look like an everyday normal person. So what I'm saying is like a modern day version of that, where we can have that up on YouTube permanently, even if it's a USPSA owned entity and they can make money off of it. But something for people that are not quite involved in the sport like us can come across and be like, damn, I want to go try that. I want to go watch that.
Well,
That moves into our next topic, which would be better social media, because the current social media is an absolute fucking dumpster fire of a social media. It is. I'm just saying. It's fucking awful.
Everybody ducks.
You mean
like, whoa?
You mean all of the memes they made at nationals?
Yeah, like it's fucking awful. It really is.
It was like old Western movies, bro.
I'm sitting on a little roller chair in my sack and
There was like, I swear they broke out some VHS tapes to find some material.
Bro, it's
They were
like
like,
they
you know what
turned
would be
on.
funny?
You know that old channel that your grandmother watches of all the old school westerns? It's like they just turned that on the TV to get meme inspiration.
Oh, that was good.
But the social media is fucking terrible, and I don't mean just like the Instagram. I mean like everything. Like, is there even a USPSA YouTube? Does anybody even know if that exists?
No, but
Okay,
hey,
but you're asking for people that are running an organization created in the 80s to all of a sudden become, you know, a 2000s era freaking organization. It's not going to happen, bro. You really have set your expectations retarded.
Bro,
Like,
golf is like 300 years old. Have you seen their
and
social
golf
media?
also has
Hey,
a shitload of money.
It doesn't
I'm sorry,
matter.
but there are not fucking clubs of dudes that go to the range and be like, we're gonna throw on what is it? They do like softball, right? Like, we don't have softball people doing USPSA. Like,
Listen, there's a way to listen. As much money as we're paying for social media, it should be a million times better.
Well,
than it
let
currently
me
is.
let me say this real quick about the. We're talking about the live stream deal. I do want to say this. Okay, so as much as we would all like to like log on to the live stream and see our homies out there shooting or whatever, and be like, hey, there's Panda's fat ass and he's running around the stage, or whatever, like, right? Oh, I mean, it was sexy
Camera
ass. Well, I meant sexy ass. That's what I meant, right? But let's face it, like it is really. And I'm not talking about logistically or technically like what Bill was talking about, but as far as what they need to cover, there are essentially 2 squads, maybe 3 tops at any area, or Nats match that they need to cover. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. There's a super squad.
it's not just that.
It's
not
it
just
is.
that.
It
'Cause
is
they're
just that.
trying to you say cover, right? What they're doing right now is doing static cameras.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is
There
could
needs to
legit.
be
You want to
more
watch
than
them make
just
it ready because
they could
you could be watching
legitimately-
Make It Ready right now.
I'm not
Bro,
talking
there needs
about
to
that.
be more than just shooting. Like,
Yeah, they
As
could
an- like you and
I'm
I-
talking about like what John Scouten and those guys do
Panda,
when
nobody
they
can take you seriously right
when
now.
they
Where's the
come
money?
So listen,
when they
listen.
come to do that.
listen, okay, when you and I see, like, let's say JJ burn down a stage, we get the intricacies. We're seeing,
Dude,
like,
I don't know
what
where
he's
your
doing.
face thing came from, but that's outrageous.
but
Like, it's obscured by text,
I don't even know.
but it's awesome.
the average person doesn't get what's going on. We need more than just static recording.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It needs to
Right.
have
Right. Some amount
Somebody
of
start paying me to go to matches, and I'll make that happen. That's the problem. I have a day job. If I didn't have a day job, this shit would be happening.
But that's the
Did
thing.
you know
That's the
that
thing.
there's a role available coming up that you can work matches and get paid?
Yes.
Yeah, I think there'd be a conflict of interest there.
But here's
That's why
the
I
thing:
haven't
if
actually tried.
you hire a legit social media and marketing team,
Again,
they
who's gonna
can
pay for that?
Hey.
Do you know how much that shit costs, bro?
Let me
not as
let me
as much as we're paying. That's how much it costs.
listen, Duda. You have the juice to become USPSA president tomorrow. I implore you to not even entertain the idea. What you're doing for USPSA in your own realm right now is way more important and way beneficial to us than what you could ever do in that position.
True.
Well, I'm glad you guys agree with me.
But yeah, so let's get past the social media and all,
All right,
the
let's
streaming
move on.
shit.
Yeah.
Let's move on to something super controversial that I think would be great. Mag capacity of 30 rounds for PCC.
Okay.
Why do you
hey,
think
whoa,
this
whoa,
is
whoa,
a
whoa.
president thing?
Listen. So I am very vocal about mag capacity for PCC, but I don't know how you would enforce it outside of a mag gauge. Because you're going to have a fucking RO. We got ROs that can't count to 11, and you're going to have an RO count to 31.
No, but why do you think this is a presidential thing?
It's not. I just like to piss people off, bro.
Yeah,
Bro,
this
is your first time on a
production.
Bring it all up. It's all fucking retarded.
Dude has people start with their PCCs over their fucking head for the postal match.
This
So.
is not hard to do.
I mean-
If I don't hear a fucking Wookiee call,
Is dude about to dry fire? Is that what we're seeing?
Dude is about to dry fire with his PCC.
I don't practice. I just promote practice.
You about to take your shirt off? What do we got going on here?
I can, but
I can see
don't
down
think
your shirt.
I think our viewership would drop.
He's printing out shit. Look at that.
Oh, he's getting free advertising.
He is working.
He's doing.
He is working.
What a dick. Look at that.
That's
Is that-
somebody else's. That's somebody else's podcast.
Is that the casual shooters? Yeah. Wow. So
Who's
you're-
on that?
Oh wow! Oh fuck!
Hey,
wow,
okay.
dude!
On my
What a
podcast.
faux pas! Holy
On
shit.
my
Oh my
fucking
god!
podcast.
Oh my
You
god!
fucking print out a competitor's podcast banner. You're gone, dude. Fuck you. How do I kick people out of this fucking thing?
Oh,
You
that's-
won't do
oh.
it. You need the viewers.
So,
No,
have
fuck
you
it.
guys- have you guys heard anything as far as future enhancements or reductions in the presidential position?
I kind of caught wind that there's going to be a little bit of a shift in like role responsibility, right? Since they're going to have a CEO running the business side of things, right? I think the president's role is now going to be more addressed towards rulemaking, match quality, little decisions like that. Basically, instead of focusing on the money side and making dumbass rules to try to pad your own pockets, they're going to focus more on like making matches quality and making rules quality rather than, hey, how can we make the most amount of money by changing rules and doing certain things so my bonus is fat at the end of the year.
So that kind of was mind blowing. Like so many decisions made so much made so sense after
So much
it
sense.
It was bonus incentive.
Yeah,
Fucking flashlights. It's like, goddamn.
Well, let me ask you guys: how many steel challenge matches have you hit so far this year?
So
Zero.
Steel
Zero,
Challenge.
really? I don't think you're really trying to be part of USPSA anymore.
What you?
This is what.
I don't
this
shoot
is what-
Steel Challenge. I
You're
shoot
not
USPSA.
You're not following that Steel Challenge is a part of USPSA.
Oh,
and
yeah,
they
yeah.
have a
That's
huge
right.
Part of voting power in
Mhm.
USPSA.
That's exactly what I was talking
That
about
needs-
earlier. With
that
what
needs to be
Foley was saying
separated.
about that he had such a following in Steel Challenge, and that was one of the
But
reasons that he was going to run again, right?
But it's not just about. It's not. Okay, so none of us. I mean, I started a Steel Challenge club here in my state, and that was mostly because I wanted my kid to have something to play.
Yep.
I
Somebody
turned it over
slept
to
with you?
Somebody let you in. Jesus Christ.
That was enough for everybody.
Hopefully
trust me.
they didn't inherit that fucking Grand Canyon in between your eyes.
Oh shit!
Oh my
That's
god!
what you get
God.
for that's what you get for having another podcast shit up here, dude.
Oh shit!
I'm buzzing way too much for this.
If you're not playing, in Steel Challenge, you're only participating in, I don't know, what do you want to call it, 2/3 of USPSA? Because right now they might only be 2/3, but they probably have a huge part of our membership.
But that's the thing. Shouldn't that be a separate organization altogether? Separate it.
But that's the question.
Give them their own board. Give them their own president.
My vote.
But that would be they would have to sell it to somebody who's going to buy Steel Challenge. You going to buy Steel Challenge?
No, USPSA just separate it. They get their own board. They get their own president that handles their stuff, and it's a sister organization.
I think
is that what you want when you're trying to grow membership? Is because some people see that as an entry into USPSA is 100% to send Steel Challenge first.
When I tell people to come out and try shooting, Steel Challenge hands, and we have a good how do I say this? So Steel Challenge used to be a lot stronger locally than what it is, but we still have regular matches twice a week. That is the number one thing, like Duda just said, to get people into our sport. There's pretty much no movement minus one stage, and you can get a lot of the safety fundamentals down right off the get-go in a lot easier environment.
And do we also see, like, as much shit as I and most of us have publicly given the organization as a whole for the things that have happened over the past 6 months or a year, just how hard it is. It is. This is legitimately a difficult situation to deal with. When you're talking, we bring up now Steel Challenge. Not only is it difficult to deal with just USPSA, I say this because I'm trying to, like, be on their side and hear everybody bitching all the time, right? Like, it's a problem, and I don't want fuck that job. There's no fucking way in hell I would take that job. I don't give a shit how much you pay me. It's a difficult situation.
Hammer, everybody's got a price.
Well, yeah, I mean, we'll touch my PB and we'll touch my PB and we'll talk about it. But I'm just saying,
Hammer, I've seen you give sexual favors for a Tic Tac, bro.
How many primers you got, or what? I mean, just plus or minus. You know what I'm saying?
Way more than you're worth.
So,
but yeah, I wouldn't want to be on the board for sure.
So along those lines, so I guess I should bring this up. It's probably not relevant to any of you guys because you're in different areas. The wanting to run for president for me was strongly motivated by wanting to be more involved in the org, but the president position is just, it's not appealing to me because of the drama that comes with it. But one of the things that I'm contemplating seriously is running for area director. I love our Area 1 director now. I think he's a good guy. I would never want to run against him. But if he's at the point where he's ready to step down and retire, then I definitely want to get involved at that level. So,
word.
Billy, you're fucking up the audio quality, dude.
What's that?
I said you're fucking up our audio quality.
I fixed it. I'm plugged back in.
So you're thinking you love the area director, but you're thinking of running just to be more involved.
Correct. I do want to talk to him. I don't want to talk to him over social media. I'd like to talk to him face to face. I've heard rumors that he is ready to retire and step down. He's been a great area director. Like I said, I have not one negative thing to say about him, but that's the level of involvement that I want to take next. And some
area directors, you have to keep in mind, are appointed, not elected.
No, they're only appointed under circumstances. What they're trying to do right now is, or at least from one of the directors that I talked to, is eliminate the ability of the president to appoint the area director.
I don't think they should be able to.
Section coordinators. Well, currently that's the case. If an area director gets sick or moved out of the area, then it's up to the president to appoint the new area director.
I think that's conflicting interest because that's a voting position.
You're not wrong, and I agree. But it's one of the things that has come into the ability of the board to vote on since MF isn't in the role anymore. Because if that was brought up previously, previously, it would have been squashed.
Yeah. So in reality, the board should all be elected officials. Period. The end of story. And the board, honestly, yes, the president should be there to help.
Wrong, but interim periods like this are what
that's
waiting
meant
for an election to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you can have somebody that's elected in in year one, moves out 6 months later, and then that position for 4 years is whoever the area director or whoever the president says it is. So you can really stack some cards with some really shit dealing stuff.
You can, but that's not. Yeah, that needs to be avoidable. Then there we go to a special election and we fucking redo the whole thing. Let's fucking get over this shit. It's not that difficult.
So Cotter, what about some? So we've talked about some overarching stuff, but what about some like specific stuff, like rule changes, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera?
So
what do you got?
He tried talking about his rule changes.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
y'all
besides power,
we
factor,
did. They were terrible.
Besides
rules
power factor, you fuck Jesus Christ.
Well, I've got something I'd like to add, and I'm a little ignorant on the subject, so I apologize if I'm misspeaking. One of the things that I would like to see from our next president is it's an ongoing excuse of where nationals is. I get Polk County Universal Academy made it very easy for USPSA to have nationals there, but it's not fair for a lot of people on the East Coast or where I'm from in the Pacific Northwest to always have it in Florida. I would like to see our new candidate, whether there's a CEO or a president, I think this could be part of their duties, is that they actually travel and build some relationships with some of these other ranges. Because I've been to other ranges where they're not quite there for nationals, but it would not take much to get there. And I'm tired of the excuse. And then now that Shannon Smith is gone out of Universal Academy, hopefully that'll promote this whole concept. We need to build relationships with other ranges to have nationals.
So I want to bring this up. So just to throw out another viewpoint on this, somebody else brought this up to me recently, and they were saying that some places across the pond in IPSC do some things like this, and it was an interesting take. And they said those organizations actually build their own national range. Their nationals range will be centrally located just centrally located for what that means. So I don't know what that would mean for here. Nebraska or whatever. I don't know.
Texas.
But they own it. They
Most
own it.
pro-gun state in the union. What's up, baby?
They build it. They own it. They operate it.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely...
and it's centrally located to everyone. So nobody has that excuse. Nobody has that gripe because the same thing.
I need you to stop making so much sense here. Okay,
Hey,
this is not what this podcast is about.
In the bunch.
Listen,
Where's my
You
beer?
can't slur your words and make sense at the same time.
I have managed to do
Listen
both. Thank you very much.
Hey, listen to me on this, okay? So locally here, I was a match director and a board member, and we added 3 pits to our range, 3 30 by 60 yard pits, and the cost of that was astronomical. So this sounds great, and I don't think you will find one person that will be against a USPSA owned range that's centrally located. However, where the fuck are we going to get the money to build that?
I like Tom Castro's thought on it.
I can't see it. My phone's fucked up. I can't see any of the comments. I'm pissed. This sucks.
Tom Castro said, dude, they can't run an Instagram account. You think they're going to build a range?
Yeah.
I would like to point out that I think by Monday we're all going to be banned.
Yeah.
Oh, please. If I didn't get banned last time, we're good.
Yeah, for
Seriously.
real. So,
All right,
talking to nationals, let's
you
talk
want
about...
you want some facts about this?
Yeah,
so
I do. Bring
here's
it
the
to me,
facts about
Daddy.
this.
Oh, hey, dude
All
is back involved with us.
I hate being
he's here?
I hate being the sense of reason in this. I really fucking it's disgusting. Contracts, bro. So you figure when Nationals wants to hold a series of events at a club, they want to make that club as good as possible for the events. And that may take putting in a couple berms. It may take putting in some infrastructure, whether that's, latrines, porta potties, bathrooms. I mean, you can talk about anything from, better. Sorry, I was Army.
Fucking
I mean, not
nerd.
sorry, but I was Army. Infrastructure as far as electricity to certain, either to certain bays or larger bays, making sure there's a spot they could put Kano if everything else is just open bays. And what they do is what makes sense.
You're killing us with the ice, bro.
Yeah,
Fill your
it's
fucking drink
super
and stop
shitty.
eating ice.
Sorry, bro.
But then they're like, hey, we'll hold the match here for say
I'm so hammered
7
right
events, 7, 10 events. and during that time, we would like you to do X, Y, and Z things. And the range is like, sure, we'll do X, Y, and Z things as long as you guarantee us to have 10 events here. Because they know what money that 10 events comes into and whether or not they can pay for that and make it worth their while. And that's what's happening. So you have a series of events in, say, Frostproof, or a series of events in Talladega.
So finance the range and stop putting that money somewhere else. Put it into USPSA. You want the event to still happen while they're taking that money to finance something else. It's not something that's easy to do, man. You want that to happen. They can apply for loans via USPSA with member approval to build the range.
And what are they going to do with that range outside of holding nationals?
It can be a fucking public range operated by USPSA.
Public ranges are.
I love this guy. You're so unrealistic.
So how do the other ranges that were holding these events, how do they operate?
No, you're right. But it's not run by USPSA. They're not involved in their insurance. They're not involved in their state problems. They're not involved in whether or not somebody moves in next door and all of a sudden they don't want to hear gunshots at 8 o'clock at night.
I think
they're not involved in any of that.
I think the next best, if they're not going to do that, I think the next best thing is to say, okay, USPSA membership, here's the deal. For the next 3 years, Nats is going to be in Talladega. After that, we're moving to Cameo.
Selfish bitch.
We're moving to Cameo, and the next 3 years is going to be there. So listen to me. What I'm saying is,
did we lose everybody, Bill?
I know my internet connection didn't drop the fuck out.
Neither did mine. Bill, can you hear me?
I can hear you, bro.
All right. Panda's gone.
I love it. I love that it cut him off in the middle of his nonsense.
I know, right?
No, it is what it
No,
is.
so talking about nationals.
God damn, they're back.
Oh, fuck, he's back.
No, I left on purpose because none of the comments were loading.
No, so let's talk about let's get off our Hammer and Sears gone. Who else wants to get in here? Ooh, let's bring Matt Hopkins in.
No, bring Hammer.
Is Matt Hopkins here?
Yeah.
I want to hear from Matt.
So let's talk about Nats. Why don't
we really? We better invite all of the potential 16 fucking candidates. Well, 15 now. Now that one of them geeked so bad he might be ban-hammered.
Oh, Matt declined.
I don't blame him.
Matt,
have you met yourself?
Come on, Matt.
Matt!
No, listen.
Matt.
He is currently a USPSA board member, right? He was appointed. So
hey, buddy.
Hey, man. I was like, fuck, I just got
panded.
I'm not even calling
it as you sound.
I'm not even calling it Zucked anymore. I'm not even calling it Zucked
Pro Gun
anymore.
Club in Vegas.
Panded.
Yeah, somebody said Pro Gun Club in Vegas. Why don't we do that?
I got panded.
Right,
Pro Gun Club in Vegas every year. I'd love to have nationals in Vegas every year.
Well, fuck me in Delaware then. I'm not going.
Bro, ride that fucking scooter you got all the way.
What the?
Been there, done that.
All right, Panda's not getting back in. Oh man, I can't believe Maddie hit the decline button. So let's talk about Nats. Why don't we award Nats slots through match performance specifically, and maybe only leave like 50 spots for people to just enter? Why don't we actually bring the best shooters in for Nats?
Wow, that's very
so I've heard this
of you.
before too, like doing a
It's very IDPA of you.
professional Nats or a Nats that you have to shoot into awarded via match points or something like that, and then a quote unquote amateur Nats, right?
Hammer's talking in cursive. Hey, dude, I gotta say, you're not as dumb as you make out to be.
No, he's very intelligent.
You got your shit together, bro.
Yeah.
Let me tell you,
the dumbest smart person I know.
If anybody knows anything
Panda pulling straight out the bottle.
If anybody knows anything that's going on in this organization that's not directly related to the board or to the organization, it's Bill Duda. Ask me how I know.
Matt Hopkins said this is a minefield. No, all right. So Tom, I wasn't talking about so there's going to be a certain amount of spots for GM, a certain amount of spots for M, a certain amount of spots for B, A, B, C, D, whatever, and then unclassified. And then maybe we have 500 open spots, right? But the best C-class shooters
Sorry for
get to
that.
go to nationals to compete for the C-class title. The best B-class, whatever. It's probably a stupid fucking idea, but whatever. Go fuck
Terrible.
yourselves.
It's like the dumbest fucking idea I've ever heard. Listen,
It's
give me the name of like 5 people that wanted to go to the nationals that couldn't get in, that were major competitors that could have won the match.
Listen, bro, stop making so much sense, all right?
I'm just saying, you're sounding like somebody that's telling me that these national competitors are not making it to the match, and it's not a problem.
Yeah, but stop making so much sense. It's going to be a problem if we grow the sport like we're trying to. It will be a problem.
Bullshit. Listen, the only people that are going to want to pay almost $300 for a
Is he outside smoking right now?
On Facebook
No.
Live.
Look, nobody's going to want to pay $300 for a match fee as it is, except for people that can get paid slots.
You
All
gotta
right,
be
so
hammered.
let's move
You
on
gotta
to
be
this.
fucking hammered.
Let's Eric, stop bringing attention to Hammer peeing.
I can't help. That's my homie.
Oh,
All
that
right,
was
all
good.
right.
All right. Go
Oh,
on. Continue.
Okay, let's get you. Hey, this is how we ruined all our presidential hopes.
Yes.
All of
This
it.
is
All of it. None of us are ever going to be president.
Oh my God, Hammer! I fucking
Oh
love you,
my
dude.
God! All
You're
right,
my
so,
bro.
So
He probably
let's-
missed the side of his building with the way he shoots.
Oh, that was
Uh,
good.
Yeah. Okay. Tom said there were 150 shooters on the wait list for nationals.
Were any of them top
There is.
competitors?
Yep. There
I
is.
don't know.
There is. I mean, they sent out an email recently
Tell me-
saying there's that many people on the wait list for Nats. There's a
tell me
shitload
you're
of people
from
on the wait
Bama.
list.
Tell me you're from Bama without telling me you're from Bama. Oh shit!
That was
Yeah, he
good,
said-
Ted.
Whew.
That's a lot of competitors not getting into
Holy
that.
fuck.
C-class shooters while peeing, spray and pray.
Oh my God, that's
Oh.
like
Yeah.
the best thing I've
I'm-
ever seen on
okay,
shooting ball.
so
Hammer and
Bill,
Sear is the only guy I know that can piss on the side of a building and still miss the ground.
Yeah. I missed my truck, which is the most
He's the only-
important thing.
he's the
So
only
that's-
guy I
that's
know
how
that
you know
can
I'm from
piss.
Alabama.
he's the only guy I know that can take a piss and only hit his balls. All right. Anyway, so let's talk about making Nats better. Then, what about upping the entry fee by $100 a competitor and having paid resetters?
Yes, 100%.
All right, listen.
100%.
I just shot Carolina Classic. How many of you three fuckers have shot a no pasting match?
Me, multiple times.
Every
It's
match.
fantastic.
Hammer every match.
Every match for
It's
Steiner. Steiner shoots a no pace match. Every match. Let's be
Every
real
fucking
here.
match.
Every match for Hammer.
Dude, I was so fucking bored.
Aw.
Oh man.
Watch out,
now we
Caroline.
Oh,
can't-
who brought the kid?
Now we can't be inappropriate.
No,
did
no,
not
you
like,
totally can.
the
It's
ta-
still.
Did you not like the? All right, yeah, fine. Fuck them kids.
No, I want to hear what Duda has to say about no pacing.
Dude, tell us what you think about no pasting.
I think it's fucking
Is it plausible?
boring, dude.
Is it-
Listen,
is it-
yeah, it's possible. It's feasible. The thing is at these match or at the one I attended, the ROs were being compensated, which was great. I think ROs, if they can be compensated from the match, they should, in more ways than saying, here's a stainless cup with the match logo on it, right?
Yeah.
So I think if there's a way to do that, they can. But it was the staff that's resetting. So they're not only working the entire match, but they're resetting. That has its pros and cons. As a shooter, you got the staff that's resetting, and you end up maybe not being able to see a target that a call was scored on because they're on the other side of the bay. Yes, you can assign a delegate, but maybe you're not into that. That's a con. The pro is, I guess, the stage gets reset quicker and more reliably. You don't have reshoots because somebody resetting a target early. An RO put eyes on it before they put the pacers on it. They know what the score is. You didn't get to see it, so they know what the score is. But it would be nice if it were that circumstances to have it be somebody other than staff that is doing that. Because the staff has enough shit to worry about, and if they're not paying 100% attention to the scoring of the match and application of the rules because they're resetting targets, they may be missing application of rules problems. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why the RO's RO and the resetters reset.
But there's not that. That's not what I'm seeing. I'm seeing ROs are resetting. Are you
That's
going
why-
to matches where you're other than like in other countries?
So-
Are you?
Dragons Cup, we did that. We had we had resetters separate from
Who'd you
the
have?
ROs.
Who'd you pay?
Well, we didn't
So-
pay them. They were volunteers. They were kids, but they did a great job. It's a youth shooting organization that we had down there that reset for the match.
I
So,
tried.
I'll be-
I
I'll
tried
be
so
a-
far as to find Boy Scouts that would come and fucking reset a match.
I'll be 100%
Bro, are you kidding me?
honest with
We
you.
put tip jars out there for those kids. They made
Bro.
so much money, dog.
We have a
So
problem
much
across
money.
the U.S. right now with just people fucking working in general.
Hey, didn't you see all those people lined up at Trevor's fucking border? Can we?
Yeah,
do
dude, I
something
got all the resetters right there.
Whoa! Hey, Facebook,
Whoa.
IG, if you're
Whoa.
listening, I have nothing to do with this. I just started my account back up.
IG, if you're listening to this, I'd like to point out that was Hammer and Sear. Hammer
No, but
and
seriously,
Sear.
look. So I don't know all the intricacies of it, of how they had it worked out, but at Area 6, at Georgia State, I know for sure last year and this year, we will not reset. At Area 6, we did not reset. And these were not Boy Scouts out pacing targets. I knew most of these guys, or a lot of these guys that were on the quote RO squads.
So if it was Boy Scouts, you wouldn't have been able to allowed to shoot that match due to the court order. Yeah, we're
Oh
like,
my
I'm
God.
out.
Oh, so
Yeah, we're
good.
gonna lose. We're gonna
Yeah.
lose some shooters to the. We're gonna lose some shooters if there's Boy Scouts. They're gonna not be able to come shoot the match.
But it is it's definitely possible. It's
Yeah.
definitely possible.
All right, now
So-
what do you think about doing the 8 areas as a like a race for the cup with a cash payout at the end of the season per class?
I think you can do that without it being
So-
its own thing.
I think
You take
we
the
have
8 areas and you shoot it for a consecutive fucking
I think
points total.
you can get people involved in that without doing anything more than what's going on now.
Anything. Yep. 100%.
I think we have bigger issues though within our
No.
org than that.
All right. So if you wanted, as Trevor Cotter wanted to create that situation where there was a cash payout amongst a series of people, you could take and say, this is open to the public. You go shoot these matches and we'll put you in a pool for this. And the people that know that they're going to all of those matches can certainly put in for the pool. The problem is you're only going to have the top shooters, the people that are compensated or paid for by sponsors that are
No, because it'd
sponsoring
be
all
per
of the 8
class.
areas.
It'd be per class.
Yeah, but still, you can do that yourself. I'm doing it with a postal match. You can do that yourself. You don't need USPSA as an organization to do it. They're not going to do it. They got enough fucking shit to do, let alone worry about.
So
Bro, they
pretty
got
much
an
this whole
Instagram.
thing
They got an
where there'd be
Instagram
like-
to run. Bro.
There's like 4 fucking people that'll do it.
hey, so
Right.
I want to bring
How
up
many
what
people
Tom,
are going to all 8
Yeah,
areas?
yeah. So dude has he's got a reasonable point, and so you're right. It could be done without really doing anything else other
Y'all
than
keep talking
what's being
amongst yourselves, 'cause I'm gonna go pee.
You can do that I just showed you that you can do that
Can we shit on Trevor now that
now
he's gone?
live, right? What a fag, Jesus. But
Hey, how the fuck did he loop you 3 guys into this? I at least have a reason. I'm trying to build followership back up. What the fuck is up with you two? Hey, no, Tom Castro brought up a good question here. So he says Nationals should be at the end of the season, which I mostly agree with. But what is considered the end of the season? Because if you look at places like Florida, those sons of bitches are shooting 12 months a year.
We can shoot all year. Where I'm at in South Alabama, North Florida, like Panhandle of Florida, North Alabama, there's really you're talking about maybe December, January that you don't really want to be outside shooting. Other than that, you can do whatever you want to.
I am getting absolutely plastered on this podcast.
Well, I mean, wasn't
Cheers.
that the goal? I mean,
Cheers,
this
buddy.
started off as a whole bottle.
Cheers.
Cheers.
You get your way behind.
Cheers.
So
Cheers,
I
guys.
filled this up with Pepsi, and as I've been drinking it, I just keep topping it off with whiskey.
I came prepared with my own separate tumbler of ice.
Look,
All right, so all right, let's talk about your guys' idea. What do y'all think should happen? What do y'all think what's important that needs to be assessed first with the new administration coming in?
We need to build relationship with more ranges. I think I slurred that. We need to build relationships with the more ranges.
All right, you're not wrong.
Yeah, so I tried.
I don't
Am
know.
I speaking cursive now?
Hold on.
I can't tell.
Wait. Stop. Look, I tried to do this earlier. I tried to rein this in earlier. Let's talk about some specific rule changes. Let's not get into overarching shit that we could go on for hours about. Let's talk about some specific rule changes that could happen immediately and fairly easily, right?
Duda, you go first.
Duda is looking like a fucking... What the fuck is that look, Duda? Jesus Christ, man.
It's the crux of everybody that thought about running for this position is the problem. You're like, hey, let's talk about the awesome thing that nobody can fucking figure out.
Hey, time out. Do you think whoever we elect is going to be a popularity contest and not really about
100%.
what they're going to do?
I think it's been that way
Foley's
forever.
gonna get back in.
100% it is. 100%.
100%. So here's the two things he's got going for him. 16 fucking people are 15. I keep trying to
15 people are running?
We don't even know how many people are running.
I'm telling you, at Carolina Classic, I was told by somebody that was running that there are 16 people running for president.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Area 5 AD guy AD'd. Now there's 15. So I keep
He is no longer on the radar.
So we're down to 15.
I'd like to be on the public record that I never made one Raider meme. Not one. Not one.
I never even mentioned the guy's name, so you're way above him, bro. I don't know who the fuck it is.
He's not even on Bill's radar.
Right. So anyway, that was a terrible idea.
Hey, so I have a question. Like, when this first happened and broke out, like, were you guys like, oh fuck, like the material just started flowing, or?
Honestly, it took us about 4 hours to figure out that A, it happened.
Is it
right? First, it happened. For sure, it happened. And B, if we actually wanted to do something about it, because it was kind of funny, not funny.
Somebody said his poll numbers dropped faster than his gun.
His poll numbers.
That's my boy Aaron.
I don't know who you are, but I'm sending you a t-shirt.
Aaron
That's AA Ron. That's AA Ron, dog.
AA
What's
Ron,
funny?
Jane
Is
Jarrett,
Aaron...
AA Ron, send me a DM. You're getting a free Bangin Brass t-shirt for that one.
It was not funny. It happened. It was funny because of this.
Hold on, I gotta get over this comment. Still, his poll number.
Bill, keep going.
No, I can't.
I can't.
You got me.
Matt Hopkins said 16 people have requested the forms. Not all have turned in the forms.
Okay.
Matt would know.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I think it's going to come down to Matt and Foley.
Foley's done. Foley's done.
No,
bro,
you are so wrong.
You're so wrong.
Really?
I don't even know how to tell you how fucking wrong you are, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Listen,
Yeah, you're wrong, dude.
Foley,
you're wrong.
Mike is the Steel Challenge golden boy, bro.
Yep.
I get it.
100%.
I get it. And I'm a staunch supporter of Steel Challenge. I love Steel Challenge. I'm not enough to where I make it my thing.
Not enough to where I'd go shoot one, but you know.
But this is where we get into, if you're removed from the presidency, should you be allowed to?
You shouldn't be in the bylaws. That's the problem.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
There's
no way in hell. There's no way in hell. In the bylaws, I'm sure this was just an unforeseen thing. There's no way that. I imagine when the bylaws were written, there was no way that they could foresee this happening. But that if somebody was removed with cause from the presidency, that they should be allowed to run again. That's fucking insane. But
now, if you resign,
talk about
because of health issues or something.
But
we're talking about
big words. What does he mean, Quark?
Let's talk about what's actually going on, right? Like, what's actually going on is the man can run.
Yeah.
It sucks that it
100%.
sucks as an organization to know that there's enough drama behind this one person that he can potentially run. And honestly, as an individual, I wouldn't run, but that's my mentality is different than the guy that got himself kicked out in the first place, right? So that's not fair. He can run. He is running, from what I've been told and people have confirmed over this chat. So the fact that he's running becomes, if you've got 15 fucking people running and you've got one dude that was A, the president, and B, a huge Steel Challenge golden boy, you're going to end up with a situation where that person can easily take the majority. We don't have an individual. I'm gonna say this a second time so people understand. We do not have an individual running for presidency right now that is as much involved in Steel Challenge as Mike Foley is.
So, my thoughts about
hashtag cancel culture.
So my thoughts about the
Oh,
presidency.
please. Don't start with me. I will
Castro.
if I can reach through this cunt and bitch slap the fuck out of you.
Tom Castro said, I can't believe you guys created cancel culture in our sport.
So listen. As far as the president's position should not be a career. It should be something where somebody comes in, does some good, and then they roll out and move on to the next thing. Our sport is evolving. We don't need guys that were shooting this sport when they had a 3-digit USPSA number in 1911s for the only division. Like, we need new people to come in. Is Hammer peeing again?
I don't know what he's doing, but
are you peeing again,
No,
Hammer?
I was talking to my wife.
Sounded like he was
No,
getting
I
a
was trying. Look, hey, listen, cut me a break, dude. I got a month-old baby at the house. Give me a break, okay?
Oh.
Speaking of people that shouldn't be procreating.
I don't know why. Why did she let me do that anyway? That's crazy, dude. Holy shit,
Hammer, I want to know.
Hey,
I want to know what your baby's.
I want to know what your baby podcast and take a screenshot of his
Not
face
only-
just then. That needs to
Not
be
only-
a meme. That needs
I'll
to be
save
a
it.
meme.
I'll save it and post it.
Not only did she let me have sex with her, you know, I mean, we made babies, you know.
No, that's legit, like the subject right
Hammer and Sear is so redneck that his baby came out and blew a 1.0 on the breathalyzer.
Is that the
Look
mom?
at-
Right? Aww.
Look at that.
Hey guys, hey. We cannot believe you let him on top of you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they said
Hammer.
they
Does
said
she
they
have a
can't
drinking
believe-
problem?
they can't believe that you let me have sex with you. They can't believe it. They can't believe
You gotta whisper it.
Because
He doesn't believe it happened either.
Because I got a
His wife is
Stop
laughing.
raising the mailman's baby, bro.
No. Hammer's wife is laughing.
I got a 3-year-old over there too. I couldn't let her know that I did that to her mother. Holy
Now,
shit!
listen.
Are you kidding me?
Bro,
Hammer,
your baby's legit going to not have an Alabama accent.
Hammer's wife is laughing so hard right now because he actually thinks that's his kid.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Somebody, man bun said
Hey, no. Your kid's gonna come out. Your kid's gonna come out with the Grand Canyon Creek across her.
Oh my! That was good, bro.
I'm the pappy. I'm the pappy.
That was good, bro. I done
The milkman's watching this podcast
That was
going, I'm
good,
glad I
dude.
don't have to pay child support.
Dude, man bun said
that
that was
was-
only 2 alphas Hammers hit.
Yeah.
Solid comment.
I'm not even mad at you,
I
Sonner.
gotta
That
stop
was
drinking.
fucking hilarious, dude. Well done, son.
Panda, that was savage, bro. Oh my
I
god.
spilled some of my drink. Oh shit!
Just spilled it again. His computer just shorts out.
You guys cannot be trusted with fucking alcohol.
Don't look at me, bro. I'm good.
I'm not. I'm not.
Somebody said Panda earned a follow.
He's almost at 500.
Oh
shit.
my god.
I mean, where were you
That
last
was
time?
good.
600-700?
We're gonna wait. Hey, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait until Panda gets back up to like 3,000, and then we'll all report his. We'll all report his count.
It'll be a going theme.
That was good. Bill was like, "What were you up to before? Like 441, maybe something like that before you guys up."
I'm telling you, 500 is a lot.
Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Anyway, USPSA. So, is there anything, Bill? Let's talk to you. What do you think? Is there anything you'd like to see in the future? USPSA do.
USPSA do.
Do you have anything that you think USPSA should do in the future, in the near future?
It's an undefined thing, right? So what I would like USPSA to do is better support their clubs.
How?
Okay. Well, I know how is the biggest question, right? And believe me, I know. I've started up new clubs. I've run a brand new club of USPSA. I've run a brand new club of Steel Challenge. I've run a legacy club of USPSA, and I've run both a level 2 and 3 years of level 3. So I have a lot of knowledge.
He also runs a grinder page.
I do. Well, I put it on Grindr ever since we were scared it would be taken off of.
How do you think I met dude to begin with?
So, but listen, so we don't have any support from USPSA at all as far as a club level.
That is true.
Or even level 2 level. And the support we get from them is make sure you pay your match fee. Make sure you pay your affiliation fee, please. Not even please, like it's.
So is that where another thing on my list was to have someone whose job is to go around and help set up new clubs and be like club support?
No, I don't want.
Or somebody who.
Level 2s, level 3s are not part of that nonprofit organization. We are labeled as affiliates. So we are our own entity using USPSA rules.
I love you. Good
essentially it. So when it comes to what we can do is we can do whatever the fuck we want as long as we use USPSA rules. We can do the match director can run a level 3 match, take every dollar of that home with them, and I don't know, put fucking new roof on their house. It doesn't matter. I mean, it matters to the area director to be able to say that this is what the money was spent on, and the match director might label that as having spent it on, I don't know, whatever they can come up with, right? But as long as the book shows that money was spent, it was spent on fees for administrative fees, then that's where the money goes. But we don't have power. We don't have ability to say we want to go and pull, say, Cabela's. Now, I pulled Cabela's. They were a great sponsor for us for Area 8. Unfortunately, we were not, as an area, our own nonprofit organization. So I asked my local club if they were willing to be the nonprofit organization that was the head of the Area 8 championship. And they said, absolutely. And that's why all the activity fees, even though it was part of Ontalani, was labeled for VA18 within Area 8 is because it was that club that was sponsoring the nonprofit organization part of the match. So that's where all of the financing information went to. Now, mind you, it still had to go up to the national level because for whatever ungodly reason, they still had to show where this money went. They had to show where the money went, even though they don't want to know. It was a weird situation. So you have an organization that wants to be a part of the area putting on a match, but not be in any way controlling of what happens with the match. It's very bizarre, bro. Very bizarre.
Hammer, you're being requested to sit in one fucking spot.
I couldn't. I'm sorry. I had to go get my charger, and then my 3-year-old is going to bed. It was a necessity that I give her a hug and tell her that I loved her before she go to bed. I'm sorry. You guys, let me make this.
That's a lot.
Do you
even love yourself?
Let me make this. Real
No,
quick.
he doesn't.
I don't. But you can all. I don't.
Somebody said
my,
this is the Blair Witch Project of Hammer getting trashed.
if you see my shooting, then you know I don't love myself. But you can all fuck off if you think I'm not going to go tell my daughter goodnight. So.
Okay. All right. So how do we? What's the fix to that, Duda? What do you actually want to see? What do you think the problem solver is, or do you know, or do you
first
think?
off, if you take some of that national power that we have within the org and help, maybe not even finance, but at least help the area matches become their own nonprofit organizations, you end up with a situation where those areas can then, how do I say, those areas can pull sponsorship, they can pull assistance, they can file for taxes appropriately. There is a lot of matches that are going on that are pulling on $40, $50, $60, $80, $90,000 worth of income and not appropriately accounting for that, and putting match directors, individuals that are putting their time and effort into the sport, into danger of, I don't want to say fraud, but at least scrutinizing from the national level. And it's unfortunate. You want all these people to participate and love the sport and, participate and show what they can do, but you don't support them at any level, whether that's, hey, we have a sponsor. If you're a brand new club starting up, we have sponsorship with, trying to use examples, but like Target
Somebody
USA
said this Go Fast guy sounds smart.
Yeah, I know, it's terrible, isn't it?
If you
The
look at
fucking most
Hammer right
retarded-
now, it looks like he's looking at his pee-pee.
It does.
I was
It
telling this
does.
about a year. Like,
Well, listen,
my
you
accent
got people that want to put on matches, and then you got these assholes that are running around. It's like, help us. If you want the sport to grow, help us grow. You got a new club that's starting up, but there's no. Where do we get steel from? We get it from a local guy. Why do we get it from a local guy? Because we don't know that, say, Target USA is involved.
So Duda brings
or
up a
GT
really
Targets.
So Duda brings up a really good point here, and this is something I'm not even really delved that deep into, but
He's thinking
I'm
so
fucking
hard right now, guys.
I'm hammered. But so last year at Bama, right? Last year at Bama, it was handled, and I don't give a fuck. I'll just call them out. It was handled really, really poorly, right? And initially, their initial response came off as, "We're canceling the match and fuck you." Basically.
Well, do you guys?
Is it
Wait. Let me finish. That's how their initial response came off as, is we're canceling the match and fuck you. And so a friend of mine, who at that point in time was the marketing rep for a prominent supplier in our sport, and that's all I'm going to say. And he reached out to someone. It may or may not have been an MFer, but anyway, he just said, "Hey, this is really fucked up the way that they're treating this," and he said, "We're not involved with that match at all. We're not involved with that match." I said, "But this is a fucking USPSA section match."
Is that your wife?
He said, so he just said, "We're not."
It's my dad, you fucking asshole.
Sorry, Hammer. Sorry.
No, you're good.
You can see where there would be some misunderstanding.
I mean, I got a month-old baby at the house. I'd fuck him. It's all good.
Listen, and that's exactly what it is. And I talked to,
but they don't take any responsibility. They don't take it.
But it's not
they
their
don't take any
responsibility.
responsibility. They say this is a USPSA section match or area match. But then if anything goes wrong, Well, all of a sudden, we don't have anything to do with it, right?
But that's the problem is they don't.
Okay.
Somebody said,
Is it
all right.
right?
Okay,
Hey,
question.
Tom Castro wants to jump in here.
Let Tommy in. Kick
Let
me
Tommy
out.
in.
Jesus Christ, I'm so sick of being here. No.
Hammer,
Question,
jump
question,
out
question.
for 2 seconds and let
Question.
Tommy in.
Go
here.
ahead. Y'all do your
Hammer.
thing.
No, Hammer.
He's going to go piss
stand
on the
by.
side of his house anyway.
We're going to bring you right back, but we're going to jump Tom in here for a second. So exit out and let
Right.
Tom in, and then we'll let you back in like 10 minutes.
No problem. All right, buddy.
Just get hammered.
Hammer's going to be on the fucking floor of his reloading room for 10 minutes.
Oh, my God. All right, come on, Tommy.
If the national level wanted to be involved in actually the litigation or the financing of an area match, or especially like a level 2, they would have to be responsible for the funding and where all that money goes, and they'd have to account for all of that in their books, and that's why they don't do it.
Okay,
God
I got a
damn,
question.
Tom, you are fucking hot.
Hey, I got a question. So this goes into how uninformed the membership is. Do we even have a place to go look and see what growth or what decrease in membership we've had this year? Like, how do we know these numbers?
Because Daddy told
USPSA
you.
tells us. They're in charge.
Where?
They tell you.
Where?
Yeah, they tell
where
you.
can I go
They
look this
don't.
up? Oh.
You can tell by the bonus that gets given to the president.
I'm not that good at math, though. I'm not that kind of Asian.
Tom, save this fucking shit show.
Just wanted to add one thing what Duda was saying, because he seems to be the voice of reason so far. The one thing that we do not do in USPSA at all, and I've only seen one club so far down here by us do it, and it's a great thing, but it has zero to do with USPSA, is they have a new guy class. And obviously with safety being the number one thing, and guys coming out with, they have no idea what the divisions are, what the gear is, what a 180 is, because especially tactical guys, the 180 is straight up, straight down, or your finger, right?
Unless you're at Area 5.
Well, yeah, man, whatever. I'm not getting into that conversation.
Why you got to bring Area 5 into this?
I'm not getting into that conversation. So I have a different opinion about how that whole thing went down. So I'll leave it at that. But the thing is, the new people in this sport that we keep talking about bringing in new people, we do shit to keep them here or even bring them here. The first match most people come to, they get DQ'd. Does that make you want to come back to a match? I wouldn't want to.
Hold on.
I'm a glutton
I
for
think that's
punishment.
unfair. I've seen a lot of FNGs, including cops, come through and not get deeked.
But there are ROs that are just absolutely absurd. Of warning them, it's immediately a DQ. And I get it. Rules are rules, but you're not promoting the sport or teaching anybody anything. You're just booting them off the sport immediately. And most people aren't like us. They're not going to tell some guy to go screw off and laugh about it. If you're like, hey, man, you just 180, you're like, okay, well, I'm embarrassed now.
There's
most
a lot of
guys that come out here. Yes.
So that
only in military guys have more pride than us normal guys do come into a match. There's a lot.
So that may be a deal where, like, when you go to your first USPSA match, you take a new guy course. I like that idea. That's
not. You guys are talking about something like you're assuming it doesn't exist. But a lot of these local clubs, when they're putting on their level 1 match and they have the FNG show up, it's, hey, if you're new, if you've never shot the sport, you need to show up 15 minutes early. There's a class to show you what the range commands are. Who the fuck is pissing?
Oh my God, Steiner, mute your fucking.
How long
He
are we
took
into
his
this?
he took his AirPods
Steiner.
in there.
He's doing a terrible job. He's like, I'll leave the phone behind. Nobody will know I'm pissing in the
I'll
toilet.
leave the phone. But I'll take the
Is this muted? Hold on a second.
No, it's totally not muted. That motherfucker ran in the toilet and was like, nobody will know it's me.
Well, you're such a terrible Asian. You don't know how AirPods work? You fucking moron.
I mean, you made them. Your kids made them in your basement, right? Like, what the fuck?
So my thing is it's not supported by USPSA. It's a club thing, right? That's what I'm bringing up. It's again, we talked about how USPSA it's a USPSA supported thing that it needs to be. It needs to not be. Somebody just said, take a shit.
I don't think rice comes out as a liquid, guys.
This is gonna make me look. This is gonna make me look terrible. So, but
Aren't you glad you joined, Tom?
So
Yeah, we heard every second of that.
All right. So what I'm saying is if I can get this out, and then I want to let Hammer get back in because he's already hammered, so he fits in better than I do. But the thing is the USPSA doesn't do anything that I know of that specifically, and honestly, 15 minutes before the match starts means that's shit. Like 15 minutes is nothing. You got to remember, there's guys that come out to shoot USPSA that think 1,000 rounds a year is a shit ton of training, right? I mean, there are literally people that think that's a lot.
You're not wrong, but that's also instruction level, right? So instruction level from me becomes, listen, this is your first year. I don't give a shit what level you think you are. This is your first year of shooting the sport. My only request from you is don't get DQ'd. You stop learning after you get DQ'd. Just don't get DQ'd. Here's the DQ things. Here's the range commands. Don't get DQ'd. And that becomes my entire fucking 15 minutes of instruction.
Yeah, every time we get a new shooter, we go over the rules of safety and then just we say, hey, you're going to shoot with a packed squad of like shooters that are going to pay attention and like kind of guide you through the match. But USPSA does not provide that, and it would be a good idea if they did. Maybe even if it's like, hey, here's an instructional video provided to the clubs to give to new shooters so they can watch it. It's 10 minutes long. It covers everything. It's done by Bill Duda or whoever the fuck.
When's the last time you guys went to your? I'm asking a lot here, but give me a year range. Like, when did you first come into USPSA? What year? What you think it was 10 years ago, 15 years ago?
Mid 2018.
Don't give me that. I can't do math. I'm on the Asian level.
3 years ago.
3 years ago.
8 years.
8 years.
18.
18 years ago.
God damn, Tom, you're old as fuck.
2018. I've been here 3 years in October. Holy shit.
I thought it said 18 years. I was like, Tom, holy shit.
No.
2010, bro. I was there 2010. Would you have watched the fucking video and then expected to learn anything from it? You were lucky to learn enough when the match started to show up to an open range. People are not getting the instruction there. If you want them to get the instruction, it's going to be at the level one, and it's not even going to be the match director. It's going to be one of their ROs, one of their people that they've trusted that have been at the range the longest. And they're going to go and they're going to take the handful of FNGs and they're going to take them to a bay and they're going to say, these are the range commands. This is things that get you disqualified. Don't do those things. Do these things. And that's what it's going to.
How about
we're on a totally different.
Hang on.
Go ahead.
Hang on. So this is probably going to be an unpopular opinion, but this is Range Panda's, mindset on it. I don't think growing new membership should really fall upon USPSA per se, but more upon the actual membership. Somebody just mentioned mentorship. Like, I think it does more good, and it's huge if somebody like Tom brings a buddy to the range and works with them one-on-one on safety. Like, you're walking the stage and you're like, hey, this is a 180 trap here. Make sure when you come to this corner, the gun is this direction type thing. I think that goes further for safety and for a user experience than the org getting involved in that kind of thing.
Yeah, my first match was the Berries, Kim, Charlie, and Teak.
Kim Jong-un?
No, Kim Jong-un. Kim, Charlie, and Teak and John Morrison were like the head ROs of that little section there. And they were like, hey, you're shooting with us, and we're going to kind of guide you through this match, right? And they were real good about pointing out, like, don't do this, don't do that. This is okay, this is not okay. Okay, when you're looking at this stage, this target over here could be a 180 trap. Hey, when you shoot this steel, fucking whatever the fuck, right? But, again, that's provided by the people running the local club. It's not... Now, there could be some support behind USPSA for that, but what would that be?
Well, just saying, like, hey, somebody suggested maybe there should be a standard safety brief brought to the clubs that they should use. I don't think that helps. Like when I'm with a squad and I know we've got first-time shooters or even second-time shooters, anytime we come to a stage where there's something kind of sketchy, like I yell out loud, like, hey, everybody listen up, look at this right here. You know what I mean? Because DQing at your first match or your second match is really an emotional event to the point where you could lose a future grandmaster, a future great person in the sport because of something that was just so minuscule,
All right, let's let Tom talk.
Yeah. All right. So what I was talking about, where it's USPSA, it should be more fall on USPSA. Now, again, this sport's 100% volunteer, so USPSA could support it more financially, to where, in other words, they pay the ranges for the entry fees or a part of the entry fees for these ranges. But what this club does specifically that I started with was they have a specific day that they bring in. They set up 3 or 4 stages. They sit them down in the clubhouse. They show them the scoring. They talk to them a little bit about their gear. The safety is the biggest thing. But then they let them run 3 or 4 stages without DQing them. Now, obviously, no one's shooting up range. There's an RO directly on them. They have plenty of volunteers, but they're getting a chance to shoot it without any real pressure. Now, they score it. They show them the scores at the end, but they don't care about that. I mean, these people don't even know how to reload. I mean, I'm telling you, we have shooters that would come into this sport that have never reloaded other than emptying a magazine, setting it down on a table, and then reload. These shooters get an opportunity to get real USPSA experience without the worry of DQing. So what every one of you guys have mentioned, I do. The problem is you have a match to run. So if you're the match director and you set an RO up, most of those ROs are volunteers. They don't even know the rules. I mean, I have people that are range masters that don't know the rules. You guys know how that goes.
Yeah.
You've been on ranges where you're like, that guy knows the rules, right? And you're like, you just made that shit up. Like, give me the rule book. Oh, no, I know. It's been changed 3 years ago. Bullshit. You just made that up to be right. So that's what we deal with.
Yeah, one of the things Tom brought
That is
up,
what we deal with. But how do you take an organization 3 levels above the level 1, and tell the level 1? I'll give you an example. My level 1, my local guys, they come out the afternoon before. They start at noon. They set up the match until 4, 5, 6 o'clock, whatever time it takes, and then they run the match the next day. And this is for anything from 40 to 90 shooters, I think, is our max number. And we don't have the availability to say, you know what, you guys are putting in a lot of effort, we appreciate it, but we want to take you free from your day job, come in on a weekend that's not, or even a day, a weekday, and have these new shooters come in. It's not reasonable.
That's where the support from USPSA would come in. Hey, we're going to pay you for that time to do that.
Man, you're asking a lot.
Not really, because the shooter who's taking that course is going to pay a fee.
How many clubs? I'm going to Google. Let me Google something.
How many
clubs on the volunteer? That's what matters here. The volunteer does it all. That's the thing with this sport. It's all about volunteers. And 99% of the people that I know that volunteer love new shooters, because we know that that's the future. Honestly, if you guys literally looked at low cap nationals, 98-year-old ROs, guys, come on. If you looked at the one section down at the bottom, there was the non-moving stages. The average age was 78 to 88.
So I want to expand on what Tom
said. Now, this isn't negative. We're starting to lose the old guard. The new guard has to come in. So now we have to start finding those people that are willing to volunteer and bust their ass. The problem is, and I see this a lot, is the politics of this sport ruin the new shooter. I'm one of those guys. I came in, busting ass, ROing, thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to help an RO. The politics got me out. I'm a shooter now. That's it.
I came in wanting to do that, and a guy who had already been through all that said, you don't want to fuck with that. And then I said, okay, well, I'm just going to be a shooter first. And then now I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I'd ever want to fuck with that.
It's a tough cookie, dude. Like, being a volunteer in a sport is having people like having people like yourselves come in and tell us what the rules are, even though we know what we've been told by the range master to anticipate in that stage and tell you what the rules are, and then being yelled at and argued in our face. And when we simply tell you, not a problem, and we get on the radio like, range master to stage 5, you guys can be mad all you want, but we're not dealing with that shit anymore.
So, hey, I want to expand on what Tom said. Not so as far as like having new shooter orientation, it's not just about. I'm fucking drunk. It's not just about safety. You're actually gaining a positive experience and exposure, and gaining new shooters that love the sport. We've done that a couple times here locally at our club in Idaho, and some of the guys that attended those classes are mainstays right now. So yeah, we introduced them to the safety aspect without the risk, but that experience, that one-on-one training from a more experienced shooter is what hooked them in. And that's stuff like that will grow your local club and eventually grow your volunteerism.
Are you guys attending a lot of level 1s anymore?
I shoot level 1s probably 3 to 4 times a month.
Different. Oh, let me hold up. Different level 1s.
No, I'm shooting within my section.
You're shooting one match or 2 matches in your level 1 area?
I'm personally shooting.
And sorry.
Hold on, let me start. Range Panda, how many level 1s do you shoot in your area?
3 to 4 in my section.
3 to 4. What about you other guys?
On third Sunday, I shoot 2 a week.
You shoot 2 new level 1s, or you shoot 2 local level 1s a month?
To another state?
No, I'm talking about level 1s. Like within a month time frame, how many new level 1s do you shoot?
4 or 5. Actually, I shoot 2, 4, 6, 8 a month.
Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway,
it's Tom Castro. Tom Castro Shooting Academy, bro. I'm a shooter. Let's go.
You're an instructor. Anyway, let's get away from the instructor. Hey there, Trevor. How many level 1s do you shoot a month?
Maybe 1.
Don't lie.
Or 2.
We'll look it up in practice score.
1 or 2. Maybe.
I'm not going to look it up. I super don't give a
You guys got to shoot more. What are you doing?
I spend my time practicing.
Okay.
I get more out of practice and enjoy practice more than I do going and spending 8 hours burning 100 rounds.
You're not wrong, but you're also wrong. But anyway, we'll come back to that another time. Like, I'm going to practice my favorite shit. Watch this. Tom knows what I mean.
No, I practice legit stuff with
draws.
Good people.
I know. So, level 1s is, we see a lot of that in my area. Honestly, I haven't shot a lot of level 1s recently. Within my area, I've shot at least 8 of the level 1s that always had a new shooter briefing. The new shooter briefing entails, just like I explained, sending somebody that's an RO to go do the new trainer briefing, the new shooter briefing.
At my club,
you're wanting them to be the new shooter, or the RO that is the one that you trust to go show the new shooters what to do. And that could be depending on their time, if they got enough sleep, how drunk they were the night before, like whatever it could be.
Did they
If it's Hammer, they're always still drunk.
Yeah, well, he's pissed on the side of the building.
Is Hammer still with us?
Probably not. He's probably passed out in a beer right now.
This whole conversation started around the idea of the organization coming down and giving the local match some form of a new shooter briefing. That's how this all started.
Yeah, now we're listening to you fucking make 0 sense.
Well, I have clubs that don't even have a safety briefing in my area.
So locally,
but you think that's a national problem, or do you think that's a club problem? Because I'm going to a lot of clubs that are doing that.
I think it depends on the culture. Yes, I think it's the culture of that club. I mean, we have multiple clubs at the same range in this area, and you'll see different safe briefings. I have one place that I go to that we do the Pledge of Allegiance, and we give you what stage you go on. They tell you what your stage brief is. That's it. There's no don't shoot, don't break the 180, who's a new shooter, none of that. But now you have to remember, some of the clubs I go to in Florida, we shoot every week, 2-3 times a week. They know new faces. So now they might have a private meeting with them, but I don't see that, and I don't really jump in there and try to. If it's not my club, I don't really jump in and try to do that stuff.
Well,
either.
yeah, that wouldn't be your position, but
so clubs that I go to that they have zero stage safety brief. So
really, so this whole conversation began with what can the organization do to help the local club, and I don't see them being able to make the brand new shooter coming to their first level 1 more comfortable outside of the level 1 applying a new shooter briefing to those brand new shooters.
This isn't about a stage briefing that's going to make a new shooter comfortable. Have you ever seen somebody who's been shooting this for 2 years and you hit the timer and the dude can't remember the damn target that was just right in front of him? You have people that have never done this that are really, I mean, I've had the gun pointed at me more than I would like to admit because one of the guys was like Alpha Charlie and the guy turns around and goes, huh? And I'm the guy that he's pointing the gun at. And no one said stop, or we all gave the safety briefing and everything.
If I was shooting minor and you call her an Alpha Charlie to me, I might point the gun at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but isn't that normal?
That alpha,
I mean,
bro. That's going to be
dude,
at a level 1. That's a match win for me.
Another reason major scoring factor should be gone. Period. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ! You just gave Trevor the biggest part on.
All right, listen. Everything should be major scoring factor, period. That way, 3-gun guys can come into our sport and we can bump up the numbers right there. Those guys can't shoot shit. 1 shot per A or 1 on paper. Let's go. I know I'm starting some crap with the 3-gun guys. I'm just messing. All right, I'm out. I'm letting Hammer come in and deal with my shitty comment right there.
See
you, boys.
Oh my God, that's so good.
Look. If we want to help local club matches, how can we help local club matches?
I don't know
First
if
off,
we can as an org.
We can.
How?
We absolutely can.
Tell me
First off, don't castrate them for not having fucking 7 matches that year or whatever the minimum number of matches is, right? So USPSA will straight up be like, hey, explain yourself why you didn't have 7 matches this year.
When I used to match direct, the number was 8, but they might have changed it. But is 8 matches really that hard to have?
During COVID, they were like, hey, explain yourself. Why didn't you have eight matches this year? And we're all like, bro, nobody would show up to the match because of COVID. Right?
Eat my ass.
Explain yourself to us is what it became. Look, listen, honestly, have a way to say, look, they don't even send out like a, hey, we've got a Nationals,
USPS Hammer's doing the weave right now.
Listen, so I know how to do field sobriety tests. Don't ask. Hammer, let's give you a field sobriety test on the camera. Okay.
He's got headphones on.
I need you to watch my finger.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
Watch my finger. Ready?
Yep.
Go ahead, Duda.
Oh, man. That was good.
Look, we don't get any information as a new level 1, right? Like, hey, we have a sponsor for Steel that will send you some new poppers. If you like them, then pay them. If you need paper targets, we have a paper target person. I'm sorry, cardboard, whatever. They'll send you targets and they'll get you squared away, and we can get you we can get you set up. There's no information there. They're just like, hey, welcome. Thank you for your $100 or your $75. Go look at the website, and that's what it becomes. Is like figure it out for your fucking selves. They don't. The biggest application we get from USPSA organization is, hey, we'll give you a free RO course as long as you pay for the guy to get there.
Listen, Practical Cat said, I literally just conducted a field sobriety test on someone. Ha ha ha. If you're watching this at work and legit just did that, that's awesome.
Judah is the most intelligent person in this group right now, and he's even starting to talk in cursive.
I know. How did I become the sober one? This
Bro,
is
Hammer,
unnecessary.
what the fuck? Hammer, what happened to your...
You like these? You like that?
No, they're
barely
fucking
hear you,
awful.
bro.
The audio is garbage with those. Put your other headphones back on.
You can't hear shit?
No, it's terrible. It's like you're talking into a brick.
All right. Hold on.
Oh, God, he's looking at his pee-pee now.
Oh, my gosh. All right, Panda. Let's bring this back on.
All right. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me
better.
now?
Unfortunately,
All right,
yes. Unfortunately,
okay,
yes.
good. So look, I did want to say something about what Tom was
Hold on.
talking about.
Time out. Did Duda go pee?
I think so. He left his
At least
cup.
he did better than you, you fuck. You just pissed while
Listen.
you just pissed with your headphones on. You're like, I pissed on the side of a building for fuck's sake, Steiner. They couldn't hear. They knew I was pissing, but they couldn't hear the piss.
I
Jesus
could hear
Christ,
it. I
dude.
could hear it. I had
God Almighty.
You fucking had video and audio of it.
Bro, here's the thing, though. His video wasn't super noticeable until you pointed it out. All we heard was just a fucking
I heard
hefty scream.
Oh shit, we lost
So
Panda
hey,
again.
look. So listen, I do want to say this about what Tom had to say. Okay, right. So the organization and somebody else mentioned this in the comments. They're like, that's a liability issue, and they're right. You've got the organization has a lot more to be worried about than we do, just talking off the cuff, right? But
isn't
I
that a
will.
local
But
club issue?
listen.
If
But listen.
you-
I will. Listen. Hold on a minute. I will say, when I started shooting USPSA, really, this is how it started. A guy I went to the gym with, he was like, "Hey man, I've got a bunch of reloading shit, and I've got some guns and whatever. I'm looking."
You want to touch my pee-pee?
That was loud as fuck. He's like, "You want to touch? Oh, you want to touch my pee-pee?" He was like, "Hey man, I got all this stuff I want to sell." I was like, "Yeah, I love guns. Yes, definitely, I'm interested." Right? So,
And then he started masturbating right there on
and
the spot.
he fucking vigorously masturbating, right? Vigorously.
fucking
But
dude
I
is
was like,
working again.
but anyway, so I had no idea what I was getting into, right? When this guy started masturbating.
Oh my God, what are we
You
doing?
knew. You knew.
But
This
no,
podcast went all the way off the rails,
seriously,
dude.
seriously.
This is
So, but I had.
this is a shit show.
I showed up to my first USPSA match with no idea what was
Sober?
going on. I
I'm
had
getting
no.
demonetized so
Were you
quick.
sober?
I had no idea about the rules. I didn't know. I showed up to my first USPSA match
Drunk.
with a Kimber 1911 with
Kimber's an
listen
Top
to me
two.
listen to me
Nobody cares anymore.
with 2 mag pouches and then so they're like, yeah, well, you're gonna need like fucking 57 goddamn mags, so just start putting them shits in your pocket, right? But before I got there, I had no fucking clue what I was getting into, right? And so Tom, where Tom may be mistaken on a few things, I think he is right in the fact that if you want to bring new people out of the sport, then you could put some things out there for basic equipment necessities. What do you right? And
I got a great
listen,
fucking idea.
Look! I know there's a goddamn rule book out there.
No. Hear me out. How about we do a fucking legit welcome to USPSA intro video?
No.
Why? You think they don't exist? Go Google something right now.
No. I'm talking about a good one that's done by USPSA.
By drunk people in their garage?
Yeah, not by Hammer. That's
the one they need.
He's like dildos. You'll need big blue dildos.
Hey, real talk. I want everybody to give me a quick blurb, not a elongated description. A quick blurb.
Elongated.
Hammer.
He said
Hammer.
elongated. What?
Hammer.
Yeah. Okay.
How
Sorry.
would you fix popper calibration?
Oh,
5
Jesus
sentences
Christ.
or less. 5 sentences or less.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Okay, we got 3 sentences there.
If your ammo makes chrono and your shot does not make the popper fall, then it's an automatic reshoot.
Chrono is at different stages of the match. What if you popper fucked before chrono?
Doesn't matter. If
Wait,
I adopt IPSC rules,
What's IPSC rules?
I don't know what they are. I just know that's what everybody says. Like, whatever they say is gold. I have no fucking clue. I just know everybody says adopt IPSC rules, bitch. Oh, that's the most Alabama thing ever.
Duda, how do you pick proper calibration, Duda?
It's easy, dude. There's a scoring zone. If it hits in the scoring zone, especially if it's a full diameter hit and it doesn't knock the popper down, it's a fucking hit, bro.
Yep.
Simple.
I think Mason Lane said this best, because with the calibration zone, it's actually a circumference of the calibration zone, a circle, and that's going to get fucking fucky. But he actually
You're not wrong.
Well, he said, draw a horizontal line from edge to edge. I can see that.
It's a fucking circle.
I know, but fucking, people gonna bust out fucking compasses and try and find the middle of the fucking calibration zone and draw a circle.
Bro, if it's reasonably, let's use reasonably.
Have you
I mean,
ever
we're
seen
getting into
anybody use an
IEPA
overlay?
territory of
Have you ever
subjective
seen
rules,
anybody
but
use an overlay?
on a fucking popper, yes. I've seen a buddy walk up and he's like, bro, you got 2 misses because both of them hit a fucking steel plate behind it. And he goes, well, I want an overlay. And he goes, okay. And he breaks out 2 overlays and he waves them around in the fucking air like this. And he's like, yeah, you got 2 fucking misses. What do you want me to say?
Okay, Trevor, do you have anything that hasn't been said?
If it hits the steel, it fucking counts.
Anywhere?
Yes. So then here's the thing. All right, here's the thing. No, pause. Hammer, shut up for a second. Hammer, shut the fuck up. Listen.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. I just realized Hammer was back in the conversation.
Listen, if we're just going to go off calibration zone hits, then stop shaping the fucking poppers like that. Make it a circular fucking falling plate and be done with it. If you hit the fucking target anywhere inside of the target, the hit counts. Why do we have fucking 3 inches above and fucking 12 inches
So you're
below
saying get rid
if
of
you
popper?
can't hit it?
I need
Go to
the,
fucking just regular falling
need the
steel
pick
then. Or
tool
if
for
you
the cricket.
hit the popper, it fucking counts. Wherever you hit it, it doesn't matter. I hit the target.
I hope so. I don't have it.
So then we get
Let's-
into, hey, I hit
Dude,
that.
what the
I
fuck?
Hit, or we get into, I hit under.
Duda's crick cut.
Or
So,
we
okay.
get,
Cricket.
All right, so what are the IPSC rules then? Because apparently,
nobody knows.
because
Nobody here plays
that's all we've heard about poppers. That's all we've heard. Maybe we need somebody to chime in here. That's all we've heard about poppers is. IPSC has this figured out. Go to IPSC rules. So what are the fucking IPSC rules? I don't know. I don't shoot
Do we have any followers to shoot IPSC? I don't fucking know. I mean, I do have.
I mean,
followers
because
to shoot IPSC
what
because they
I
buy
gather,
targets from me,
what I gather from them is that if you are shooting ammo that passed chrono, and you hit a popper and it doesn't fall, then it's the fucking popper's fault and not your fault, and you get an automatic reshoot. Now, I don't know.
That's what you hear. That you don't know.
Yeah, that's right. That's. I'm asking.
here's the simple thing. Here's the simple thing. if you hit the popper, it counts. If you don't pass chrono, your whole match isn't going to count anyway. So
Well,
what the
that's
fuck are we
true.
arguing about?
Well, that's right. But so
Your ability to sire children, I think.
That could be a problem.
Hoppy says you're retarded, Hammer.
I've heard you
Well,
have to get
Hoppy,
at least
I don't-
2 inches in
Roundabout
to get
I
someone
don't
pregnant.
fucking know. That's why I'm asking. God damn it, Hoppy! I didn't ask you whether I was.
Don't
right
make me
or
be
not.
the adult and go Google some shit.
I asked you
Please
what
don't make
I
me be the
said.
adult.
Somebody
Hey,
give me the fucking answer
listen.
because I don't know.
No matter what, we're nitpicking because USPSA as a whole, as far as our rule set, is pretty fucking solid compared to what's out there. Okay.
Yes, but I'm saying if you
we're
hit the
nit-
fucking popper, it counts. If you hit the popper, it counts. If you have a problem with hitting under or over the calibration zone, then how about we argue,
Listen,
hey, that popper
or-
fell and he hit it low. That shouldn't count.
or-
That hit shouldn't count.
You be a fucking man and you shoot open major. That's all I gotta say. I never worry about
Look.
proper calibration.
We're arguing over something so minute. I mean, it's not minute in the fact that it can affect somebody's scores severely.
Hashtag JJ.
JJ fucked.
Hashtag
But, like-
JJ Popperfucked 2020.
Yeah.
So Hopkins, so what you're saying is,
Well, that was 2021.
so Hopkins says some
2021.
IPSC matches
2021,
grab the person's mags, that ask for calibration, then take that person straight to chrono again. So again, if you fucking pass, I mean, it's the same goddamn thing, Hopkins. If you pass chrono,
Whoa, hey. Hostility.
if you pass,
Hostility hammer.
You want to borrow my wedge?
No,
to hit Hopkins in the head with?
he said that I was wrong, or somebody said I was wrong, and then, but then turns around in the same breath and says, that's
Hopkins,
exactly
do
what
not
happened.
argue with the drunk hammer.
If you pass chrono and you hit a popper in the calibration zone and it doesn't fall, then it's the fucking popper's fault, not your fault, right?
Oh, man. Maybe I should revive Perfect Double.
It could be a
podcast.
lot of different things, because as far as steel goes, the idea behind the steel target is that the circular area is the thing. that you should be shooting
The what
at.
area?
Don't know. I can't say certificate either.
The what area?
The round area, right?
It's
the area
round.
you should be hitting. If you can hit that area, then it falls down reliably.
That's right. Yeah,
That's the
Hammer's
way it's
never
written,
been able
right?
to hit a circular shaped hole in his whole life.
I got two kids.
Not
I got
when
two
it's shaped
kids.
like this. What the fuck
I got-
is wrong with you, bro?
I got two kids up there that fucking say you're full of shit.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I have to
Allegedly.
wait. We have not seen their forehead crack yet.
We haven't seen that. To be determined on the forehead crease.
It's funny until it's true, right?
We're gonna see it like in 6
I'll be-
months.
Hammer's
Hammer's
gonna crease his kid's forehead and take a mean picture.
Yeah, I'll be expecting my child support check pronto, dude. You hear me? How many
Comes out with one of these, you'll know it's mine.
Hammer, you don't have a hair on your nuts if you don't take a picture with your kid.
Just go like this.
With the crease drawn on their head and be like, "Where's my child support, motherfucker?"
Daddy needs a new honcho.
Don't worry, I won't pay. If there ever was a deadbeat, I'm one of them.
Oh shit, that's good.
Yes, this is the
Yeah,
first podcast
so-
I've been on this year.
So,
I don't think you've ever been on a podcast before, right? Range Panda 2?
Honestly, I love podcasting. It just got to become too much work. I'm not going to say Perfect Double is dead, but when
Well, listen.
when that
but you guys
asshole-
just released a brand new podcast. What the fuck are you talking about?
when that asshole made us change the name from Make Ready, that really kind of took the sails out of my wind with it. But I mean,
Yeah, I
like
can
I've
see
had a
that.
good time tonight, you know.
Hey, I'm just saying, I know Range Panda had a podcast, but Range Panda 2 doesn't, right? Correct? Never been on one?
Yeah, Range Panda 2A.
Range Panda 2A has never done a podcast.
Because you know that's less
Range Panda 2A
less
can't afford
Second Amendment than the other one.
Yeah,
Totally
because
less.
Range Panda and Range Panda 2A is just asking not to get banned.
Hold on,
Please
no,
don't
no,
ban
Fucking
me.
idiot.
No.
I'm Second Amendment.
Please don't ban me,
me,
but I have 2A in my name.
Range Panda 2A. This is Range Panda.
He's like, hold on. This is Range Panda 2A.
Nobody will ever know
Bill, you told
He got the eyes up and roll. Holy shit, that was fucking fantastic. He was like, oh, I'm stupid, but
I'm too drunk for this shit.
that was good.
Hey, hold on.
Oh.
Apparently I said the sail out of my wind.
sail out of my wind. I'm totally clipping that. I'm clipping that.
Jesus Christ.
I'm
I gotta
putting
get
it
up
up.
early. I gotta get up early and this is gonna fucking suck.
Yeah, because that's what worry about is your
Oh,
fucking brain.
Oh fuck.
Y'all all have kids. I don't. I get to enjoy my Sunday.
Anyway.
Wife's working.
Yeah, I gotta get on an airplane tomorrow. But anyways, did we actually even talk about what we were here for?
Did we even talk about USPSA?
I don't know. Hammer brought
Well,
up
shit, we ain't even dabbled in multi-gun. Don't you know USPSA is multi-gun as well? You guys want to talk
my
about
God.
USPSA?
Oh my
We
God!
talked about
You're
two or
you're-
three gun. Oh my
You're out,
God!
you're out of line. Dude.
We did. I said 30-round magazine capacity for PCC.
I will say, I think it was a smart move for USPSA to kind of pick up a multi-gun / 2-gun type format. I think that was a smart move.
Well, as long as it was PCC
Hey,
pistol.
you
What do you
know-
think about rifle pistol? Because I got a thing that might be a thing next year.
You know where those guys belong? all those guys that wanted flashlights. You know where's a good spot for them?
Bro, the only person that wanted flashlights was MF's bonus.
And fuck yeah.
It's so
That's
worked
right.
out.
I mean, if you carry, I mean, that should be in the rule book, right? If you have a flashlight and carry nylon mag pouches, then you belong in 2-gun.
Can we
You know what I'm
just
saying?
point out if he does get reelected, I'm so fucked.
Bro. Okay. My favorite
Yeah.
part of the whole Foley Gate was everybody was like, you know, like, I wouldn't give Trevor a fucking ride in a golf cart. Yeah, anybody that knew you. But here we are, fucking chastising Foley for it.
Everybody that knew you was like, I wouldn't want him within 6 feet of me. Why would you?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, the best part is I didn't even ask him for a ride.
No, the hardest part for me was not telling everybody about what I heard about until it came out on social media.
I know.
Because I will straight up tell you, I heard from both parties before, directly after it happened.
I got asked a lot about what went down, and I didn't want to know. So, but hey, my AirPods.
Well,
are
that
dead.
sounds like a sissy way out. Congratulations on your pussification.
Your AirPods are dead.
Hey, but my AirPods are dead, so I'm gonna.
Bye,
roll
Range
out.
Panda. We'll bring someone else in.
Yeah, this was fun.
Toodles.
I'll see you guys
Love you,
later.
love you, buddy.
Love you, buddy.
Go follow his new account or
Yeah,
report
please.
it.
Panda 2A.
So he stops bothering
Yeah.
us about it. Please go
Yeah.
follow his new account.
Either follow it or report it. One or the other.
One or the
fuck
other.
you.
We don't really care.
I can give a shit either way. Later.
See you, buddy.
All right, who's coming in next? All right. Ooh, Brennan Conway.
Somebody with
Oh, dude,
bad
he's fucking
life decisions, hopefully.
Brendan's got the worst life decisions. He's hammered. I guarantee you. He's
Brennan's so
fucking
hammered.
shit
We're bringing
faced.
him into this shit show for sure. Oh, is he coming in?
Is it bad that I don't know who people are? I keep telling people I don't know who people are.
All right, guys. If you who we're bringing in here? I tried to bring Brendan in. Come on now.
I believed in you, and here you're letting me down. Surprise, surprise.
Who should we bring in next? Who wants to come in?
Anybody wanting to join this shit show? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Everybody's like, fuck
Him.
that.
Yeah, fuck that. We know. We see what you guys are into.
Who's
Himple.
Mike Sherritt? The money Mike.
Hempel. Bring
Oh,
Hempel in this month.
no way Hempel wants in. That
Come on,
fat
Hempel.
fuck.
Come on,
Come on,
Hempel.
Hempel.
Where's
I can't
Hempel?
wait to make fun of that cocksucker. He knows who I am.
Where's
Oh,
Matt
Panda-
Hempel?
Panda said you can't do better than Panda. I say that's a challenge, Hempel.
His internet might have cut out. He's in New Jersey. They might have saw
Yeah.
it. He was on a gun
Oh shit.
related. So
Oh shit. Oh shit.
he's trying to get out of.
Get
he's
ready,
trying to
fellas. Get ready, fellas. Yeah.
Oh no shit!
Yeah. It's a fucking party now, boys. Oh man.
Speaking of people that's making poor life decisions,
What are you doing on this shit?
this is a bad decision.
Well, I didn't know if this was the post MF re-election campaign interview time or not. So I was like, oh my god.
So are you allowed to talk and give any insight?
Are you allowed to talk about
Because you were
anything?
present for the whole thing.
I
can talk about whatever
coherently
the
talk
I
about
can
whatever
talk
the fuck you
about-
want to talk about.
I can talk about whatever I want. I'm
Yeah, but
not
nobody
running
can
for president.
understand you, so does it count?
Is it, no,
Yes, it does.
well, you're keeping me up late. I got to get up at 5 in the morning for the Wisconsin section championship. So, you
So
know,
we'll put it
plug.
We'll
Exactly.
make it very simple, Brian. You've read the account of what happened.
yes.
Oh no! Hold up. Let's not go into old shit. That's not part of this conversation. Let's go into new endeavors.
No, we will. We'll start
No,
off
let's
with that.
not.
No, hold on.
Let's not bring in your own.
Stop. Brian, you've read the account of what happened.
Of what?
Of what happened, the MF situation?
Of what you wrote.
Yeah.
Okay.
Factual or not factual?
You want the actual statement that I gave?
Yeah, give us the actual statement you gave.
The actual statement that was given to the very first area director that reached out to me was, I was shocked that there were actually things I forgot that happened based on the situation of being in the middle of the situation. I do not recall anything that you wrote being untrue, and I don't know Trevor Cotter to be a liar.
Mic drop. 56-degree wedge drop.
So
You basically took Trevor from being a minor power factor shooter to a major power factor shooter.
Well,
Just saying.
you know, it
is what it is. He did. The understanding that I got from the people that were involved that would actually talk to me was what happened in the transcript is what actually happened.
Yes.
Minus one individual who said that one of the phrases that was mentioned was not something
I'm
that
trying
was
to make a dream.
Yeah.
Are you on?
Oh
you're on
my
it.
God, I regret this decision immediately.
All right, we're gonna be chill. I gotta be serious. I gotta be serious for just a minute.
Anywho, keep going, Duda.
No, MF said that he legitimately up front told me that those the phrases that I mentioned were not phrases that he said. Everybody else I've talked to has confirmed that that was actually said. So there's nothing I can do other than say that those two things, factual.
Who's this guy?
I was told that those things didn't get said. I've got other people that said those things were said. So
There's
like backward. Who's backwards hat? I don't even know who's online right now. I can't keep up.
It's Brennan Conway.
Oh well, fuck that guy.
Hey, man, don't be talking shit like that, bro. I mean, I haven't said anything bad about you other than I was talking shit about John Payne, which should be talked shit about.
No, fuck that guy means generally I love that guy. So, if you don't know how the meme game works, that's not my fault.
I mean, what is he like, admin 37 in your group or something?
Oh my God.
I can't keep up with them all. There's so many.
Oh Jesus. What do you think should happen first, Brian? What do you think USPSA should look at doing first moving forward? You got any bright ideas? Because none of us have fucking any.
if I had my opinion, which I do, and I'm under the impression that I don't see the USPSA making it where this mistake can happen again with so much power with one person.
Yeah. Brennan, your fucking audio is terrible, bro. You gotta hop off here.
We're seeing
bro,
that
I'm good.
through
You're good, but we're not good. We're the ones suffering.
The minutes that are happening, we're seeing a lot of that now, where they're changing a lot of things.
Yeah.
Where, you know, we're at a very interesting time with the sport. And based on new appointments, based on future discussions with individuals that are planning on being a part of the USPSA in the future that you will hear soon. There's good things that are very possible to be under control for what people are wanting on both sides of the sport, Steel Challenge and with USPSA.
Oh,
How many people
interesting.
How many people do you know that are running for USPSA president right now, Brian?
My list was at 8. I had a conversation with an individual today and found out the list is, just like Hopkins said earlier, 16, but not everybody actually has submitted everything yet. So
That's a lot of irons in the fire.
it's going to become a regional popularity contest until we get down to 2. And then that's
Then it's a runoff.
Then it's a runoff. Then it's not a runoff with the top 3. It's a runoff with the top 2, of course. And then from when that happens,
Which would be Matt Hopkins and Yeeman Lin.
if
You think it's going to come down to those two?
Yep.
something is
I
not,
do see Yeeman getting a lot of Yeelin getting a lot of initial traction. I don't think Mike's going to go away that quickly though, with his Steel Challenge background. Well, you have more experience in Steel Challenge. Wait, rather,
Brian's in the
You
know.
have
What do you
more-
think, Brian?
you have more ears in Steel Challenge, Brian.
his
than
wife
we
for
do.
president. He's so sick. Sick individual. I don't think the board of directors / area directors are through by any means having meetings once a week.
Love it.
Okay.
Yeeman Lin and Matt Hopkins will be the final 2, and they'll have to have a battle to the death.
Well, I think maybe hold on. Now, battle to the death is a lot. Like, honestly, in our sport, maybe battle to the 7-yard target.
Fine, they'll have to dock for it.
Like, they'll have to engage a 7-yard target with 5 rounds, and whoever gets the best hit factor wins this presidency.
I put it as Mike there.
But I think as a group of USPSA, I think there's so much more to come over the next before nationals. I think we're going to know so much more before October that some of these conversations are very interesting right now, and they have a lot of traction for the 24-hour period after there's something posted. But I don't think we're anywhere near getting what the final results are going to be for the USPSA. I mean, they haven't even announced who's running or who's even turning their paperwork yet, or even how that process is going to work. That process is being pushed out.
We're doing a lot of speculation, but
are.
really the point of this podcast was to talk about things we feel could change in the benefit of USPSA, no matter what it is, right? It could be a rule change. It could be anything, right? If you had one thing, Brian, that you feel like USPSA should add or take away or do something that could benefit USPSA as a whole, what do you think it would be?
You're asking somebody that's not a shooter, so
exactly. I've asked a bunch of shooters, and they've all given me drunk ass answers. So I'm asking a non-shooter.
It's because you got drunk ass friends.
so I'm asking a non-shooter to get it going, because you go to more matches than any of us, and you talk to more people than any of us. So if anyone's got their finger on the pulse, it's going to be you. # Brian Connolly for president.
Not gonna happen.
Oh, hell no.
Cheers.
Can't afford a pay cut.
Cheers.
No, I got my own business to run. I don't want to run any more businesses. And here's what I don't, there. And this is fixed to be broken up to where if you go to the bylaws and read what the president's responsibility is very very wide and encompasses a lot of different responsibilities. And if you go back to the the bylaws before they were changed by the current administration,
by the previous
administration, yeah, you're going to see that the CEO is a different individual that handles different things, reporting directly to the board and controlling that area as well. So to say right now what should change or what should not change, we've learned through discussions that nobody should touch Steel Challenge on that end of the battle at all. That needs to be just left alone.
They're doing good.
I've had two different discussions with individuals, and one just got released the other day on my show, and it ruffled feathers again with any changes to Steel Challenge of how it used to be. So
yeah, their Steel Challenge is doing good. Let them be.
Right. Now, when you start talking about, well, Steel Challenge has a voice, or this has a voice, and then people have made comments that there should be like an assistant, area director for that area that does Steel Challenge. That when you start looking at that doesn't make sense. So that changes, because then you got 9 more people that are volunteers. You got the 8 board members and the president. So now you're going to take 8 more people, and then another vice president that's over Steel Challenge. So that's not going to be feasible in the working the way the board is now.
That wasn't distracting at all, Duda.
Damn, Bill.
When it comes to changes, God, that's such a loaded question, because I do talk to so many people and get so many different opinions. I don't even want to misrepresent anybody's feelings right now to put that out there, if that makes any sense. I don't have a good answer right now on what should change with USPSA. What needs to be focused on with USPSA as members, including myself and shooters, is how do we make sure the United States Practical Shooting Association is not just focused on the United States Pistol Shooting Association. That is a big gap for the shooting sports that I see, because there's a lot of things that could be embraced with other disciplines that could all be under the same umbrella. So,
I mean, outside of my love for PCC, what do you mean, Brian?
I'm talking about multi-gun. I'm talking about, different ways to get other sponsors involved that are bigger than Hunter's HD Gold and with a lot more capital.
Yeah.
Well, you're talking about sponsors, but to this point, we've been talking mostly about shooters and competition. I'm being fair.
No, I know, but I'm not a shooter, so I'm trying to see the sport grow from a perspective of an event.
More sponsors equals better matches, equals better quality of matches, equals happier shooters. I like where you're going with it, Brian.
No, I'm not. Hold on. Now you're making me sound like a bigger dick.
I mean, you are a fucking
Bill.
dick.
No, you brought up PCC, but we're I've had conversations with people where we're having qualifiers in shotgun world shoots with PCCs and other crap that doesn't make any sense. So
that's what I mean.
We've got to find a way to bring other disciplines with other matches under this umbrella of the United States Practical Shooting Association.
That's what a lot of people are not realizing, is that USPSA is a subset of IPSC, which has shotgun-only sports involved. And we do not promote a shotgun-only sports event at all. We don't even have one outside of IPSC. And I haven't even heard of an IPSC-only shotgun match within the United States. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It just means that I haven't heard of it yet. So as far as us being, as USPSA, a subset of IPSC, because we are technically a region within IPSC.
That's correct.
So how do we get to the point where we are, do we as USPSA members expect to be represented at the IPSC level? We don't really have a choice, right? Like, we are an IPSC subset. We are an IPSC area, rather.
No, we are an area under, yes, USPSA is an area of IPSC. And it's a situation where not any other organization could come in and take that over for shotgun. We're it. You're right.
No, not it. But we should, if we really wanted to represent IPSC as far as within USPSA, we should have a USPSA shotgun or an IPSC shotgun. But we don't.
Well,
are we going to have an IPSC multi-gun? We don't even have IPSC rules within USPSA outside of saying, hey, if you wanted to run an IPSC match, you can. And it's really, like, at what point do we want to be, like, how do I explain? Are we trying to be at that international level? Should we be at that international level? And we are at that international level. We need to either represent or not represent. What are we doing? Do we need to take do we need to take USPSA membership fees and turn it into sponsoring IPSC participation? Is one of the questions that is coming out of this recent hoopla. Is, are we going to does USPSA organization, is part of their responsibility paying for the IPSC Nationals or IPSC World Match? Like, we're sending people to the IPSC World Match. Is that our responsibility?
It's a responsibility to, from what I understand, to divvy the slots for that, yes. Based on how many slots are given to us by IPSC.
Welcome, Matt Hempel.
Finally.
You're on.
All we see is hat and fucking
all we see is
roof.
hat and fucking...
Yeah.
You're on here, dude.
So it's part of our responsibility to... Damn, Brian, say that again. I'm sorry. I'm drunk. Sorry, not sorry. I will totally admit.
It's the USPSA's responsibility, and more directly, probably the president's responsibility, to find the fair way to divvy slots out that is granted to us by IPSC for world shoot slots.
But is it the membership's responsibility to pay for those slots?
No, it shouldn't be.
Well, that's not what I'm asking Brian. Brian's the one that's got a little bit more ear to the ground than either of us.
Yeah, Brian, what do you think?
I'm gonna say I don't know those details about the financial side of that and how much they're responsible for making that happen. Because I know in the past, from what I've studied with the history of talking to people, they used to give a lot more per diem to get that paid for than they do now.
Yeah.
So I haven't studied the minutes when that changed. That's there at some point, but I'd have to know about the date when that changed to go back and search that on the USPSA website to figure that out. So I don't know, Bill.
Well, I guess my question is that a prestige that USPSA... Is that a prestige for USPSA that we have the most, that the USA shooters go in and world and win IPSC? Is that really a prestige for us? Do we care? Matt, what do you think? Do you care?
I mean, I kind of do.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Matt, how did you feel?
I want to see, Matt, how do you feel about it?
About what? I'm lost.
Okay, it's okay.
Jesus Christ! One of us is drunk, and it's not you, Matt.
Bill, I'll give you an answer. I think you're right, Bill. I don't think as many people care about that as do care about it. I think there's people who set goals for that, and that's wonderful. But I think the most shooters I see on a weekly basis are out there to do their hobby, and there's that the percentage of people that are there to do that sport. And if you had people, there's people who see that, let's back up. When I first found out about USPSA, when I first even knew it was a thing, 5 years
ago. It was at a bar, and you were drunk, and somebody tried to violate you.
That was after I found out about it, but that's another story. When somebody told me, and I think it was Larry Joe Steele with Steel Target Paint, you need to go talk to these people at USPSA. I said, what the hell does that stand for? And he goes, the United States Practical Shooting Association.
Did they slur their words just like that too?
Larry can do that. When I first heard that name, I was intimidated. I didn't know what it was. I was like, holy shit, United States what? Like it's, like this is it. This is like Olympic kind of level to my mind who didn't even know this sport existed. But when I heard that name, that's what I thought. Then when you get in to see what's happening.
Dinner's ready.
The fries are done. You understand that it's very important based on the world shoot side, but how many people start shooting the sport that go unclassified and move up through the ranks and then realize, well, shit, I want to go to Thailand one day.
That's because it's never promoted. Like Tom just said earlier, they don't promote the world shoot. Like, how'd this work, right? When the U.S. goes and absolutely fucking dominates, how about they blast it all over social media and do some cool promo videos and get some coverage about it and get people involved? Like, you don't think that big influencers that are real big into the gun community couldn't post it up and be like, bro, Team USA went to World Shoot 2020 fucking whatever, and put the brakes to all these other countries because America, right? You don't think people are going to be like, hell fucking yeah? And then people are going to be like, well, what's USPSA? Let me check that out. And then boom, we start getting some members. But our current social media is garbage water, and it's never going to be good unless we make some big changes.
I think. Go ahead.
You don't hear anything about it at all, ever.
No.
Well, the last time there was a world shoot, to my knowledge, we were surrounded around a lot of
I need that shirt, Bill.
Mass school shootings. The last time there was a world shoot. The temperature of the United States was different. And
you still heard about the Olympic shooting teams kicking ass, though, I bet.
Okay, Olympic shooting. You're talking about what? That would have been what, winter? So it would have been shit, I can't even think of the skiing one.
The Winter Olympics, the triathlon or decathlon or whatever the hell it's called.
Decathlon. I think is the one that's
who won
shooting.
The decathlon?
Who got the gold medal?
Nobody cares.
Nobody gives a fuck. But I know USA fucking dominated. How about them apples?
You're probably wrong.
I mean, I'm asking that question because we don't know.
Oh, I'll know. I'm researching it.
No, we can all Google and find out. The point being is, it was a big deal for 24 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
But it's that shock value, right? It's that instant shock value where, hey, Team USA, they sent 43 people to the World Shoot. I don't know how many they actually send. They sent 43 people to the World Shoot, and 30 of them are in the top 10 of their division or whatever, right? And X amount, and they won 5 out of 7 divisions. Like, there's that shock value of people are gonna be like, oh shit, let me look that up, right?
Right.
And then they look up USPSA, and then they're like, oh man, this is something that I can do. This is something easy. And that's where it comes into, now we have an easy intro video that they can be like, what's USPSA? Watch an intro to USPSA video sponsored by USPSA that's done well and it's entertaining. And then boom, now we have somebody who's like, hey, I have a Glock in the closet. Let me go grab it and go to one of these matches. It's only $20. And boom, we have a new fucking person.
Well, let me make sure you understand that I am pro World Shoot. I was excited about it when it first happened because I am, whenever it happens, the official eyewear for the U.S. World Shoot team. Everybody's, I want to be a part of that. So
Yeah.
I was all in boo-boo money to make that happen. So nobody wanted that to happen more than me as an eyewear provider. So I was all in on that, but it never, came to happen with all the, things that happen now. And now I would love to say I see a light at the end of the tunnel where it can happen next year. But, now we don't even know if PCC is going to get pushed back or even happen.
Joseph said anyone winning any sport in the Olympics is definitely using Ely. That's all that matters.
But so I don't want anybody to think I'm not pro World Shoot Team, because I was, at one time making arrangements with Ed Fitzgerald at Glock to go over there as well with Glock, hang out with them and do some things with that team as well. So no, if anybody was all in on it, I was all in on it. I was all about it. But
you know why we didn't hear who won the decathlon? Because it was a fucking Canadian, and everybody hates Canada.
my God,
Temple, you got to speak a little bit, man. What are you doing over there, buddy? What do you think of this whole deal? Speak your mind. Jump in.
Of what? Of ISPIC?
Huh?
Of what? Whole deal of what? Like with the presidency going on?
No. Give us an idea. Like, what do you think change or an adjustment that USPSA can do in the immediate future or the near future that could help the sport in any way? What's your opinion on that? That's what we're talking about.
Well, we got to start spending more money on it. We got the money to do it, but we don't do anything. We have, like you said, we put out no good videos. Our social media page is horrible. That's what I think.
I love it. Got to spend money to make money.
I know that. Yes, you do.
Yeah. You know what? See, you want to hear something funny? Like, here's the thing. Like, Brian, this is a good example, right? At the at Low Cab Nationals, a big thing going around was, shit, man, we should have had the after party at Brian's van, because it would have been more entertaining and more accommodating. Like,
yeah, well,
it's a joke, obviously, right? But that it's not, because, like, think about how much money you put into, like, hey, I went from having a pickup truck and a van, right? Or I went from having a pickup truck and a tent to now I have a custom van and this whole welcome wagon of, like, hey, I'm fucking here, right?
Yeah.
You got to spend money to make money. And the crazy thing about it is, like, how easy would it be for us to focus some of that revenue dollars properly into social media to gain some new people?
Yeah.
That's what's nuts about it.
And to speak about what happened at CMP, there was other plans to have seating arrangements and a lot of other things that didn't happen, that was out of the control of USPSA.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like they're all about making money right now, not spending it, but hopefully that's gone with Foley.
Matt,
Matt.
Yeah, Matt, I think you're going to see a lot of changes, Matt, like you're talking about. It's going to be, I don't know what options there are right now to support more clubs and put more money into things like that, of course. But it's going to be, I think we're at very, very interesting times with USPSA. And I think it's time as a whole that we have more communication through the processes there to bring people together to try to figure a solution, because the area directors now, I think, have a renewed energy to make sure they get it right, because they've got a time now to make some changes that it's very important. The changes they're getting ready to make over the next 2 months can impact the USPSA for many years to come.
I think
It's
you're
gonna be
right.
crucial time.
This is the most active I've ever seen the board in this short a period of time. I'll say that.
Yeah, there's board members that I know now are excited to be in their position than they were before, because they didn't think they could get a lot of things done because they kept getting pushback where they couldn't get things done. That I think now.
Why doesn't Matt Hopkins get in on this? Because he wants to keep his area position.
Well, that's not fair. Come on, man. Listen, so the reason Matt Hopkins may not want to get involved is because he's been appointed, correct?
He's what?
He's
No,
been
he was
appointed.
he was elected.
He was elected, and he is appointed in the position now and takes over officially January 1.
But that's what I mean. He's been appointed to an area director position.
That's
so
correct.
he doesn't actually have the freedom of, I don't want to say freedom of speech. Maybe that's not the wrong term, but he doesn't have the freedom to express all of his opinions knowing the inside knowledge that he has. So Matt Hopkins, any of the area directors should not be on this podcast because they have inside knowledge that they should not be disseminating as far as the USPSA rules.
That's and I agree with that. And Matt and I have talked about it where he's in a position now where he's got to start building relationships with people to, be able to have conversations about change and can't be on the end of, not having any friends there because he's only one vote.
Listen, if if I thought it was a good idea to have area directors on this podcast, active area directors, I would have had them. But luckily I had them before they became area directors because #smart. So
Lucky. #lucky.
No, #smart. So Matt Hempel, we have a Matt. It's just not Matt Hopkins. It's Matt Hempel. So
basically the same thing.
Same thing, just different. Same, but different.
Just a little bit more hairier.
Yeah, just a little bit. All right, so Hempel, go deeper on what you were elaborating earlier. You said, social media sucks. What can we do to fix it?
We got to start making some content.
What kind
like you
of
said,
content?
if we had like an introduction to USPSA video, that'd be awesome. You could share it with your friends that are trying to get into it.
I love you
There's
guys,
nothing like
but
that.
that's dumb.
Why?
Look, I literally got on both Google. I have Chrome and the one that nobody uses is whatever the Microsoft.
Firefox?
No, the Microsoft version. I don't even know what the fuck it's called.
Bro, I use DuckDuckGo because #conspiracy theorist.
I went to YouTube and from YouTube I typed
Of
in.
all people, why would you
intro
care to use
USPSA.
DuckDuckGo?
Listen, I typed in intro to USPSA, and the first video that pops up is an intro to USPSA from Gabby Franco. And if there's anybody that you can accept,
It's a
Franco,
1 minute
intro to
and
USPSA
19
is the-
second video. It's a 1 minute and 19 second video, Bill.
But it's a basic video. You want to know
No,
what it is.
I'm talking about a
basic.
beginner's guide to USPSA, and there's
Both
one of
them are-
those.
both
But
of
guess
them are
what?
Factory classic from 9 years ago.
Oh my God. Bill, I'm talking about a video for someone who is interested in knowing what USPSA is, how
You're
to
gonna
get
have to
into
outdo
it,
25,000 views. Do you
how to
think
do it.
Look, I don't even have the viewership to outdo 25,000 views.
Bro, I can make
know you
one.
don't.
I can make
Maybe
one.
Ryan,
I
but
can make
neither of us.
one phone call and have one person be in that video and put it on their YouTube, and it'll have 1 million views.
Who?
What's stopping you?
Hashtag Black Rainbow, baby.
Oh my God.
Trump card, motherfucker. He's verified on YouTube now.
Yeah. Yeah. Hashtag Halloween.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is it needs to be done better, right? That's what I'm saying. It needs to be done properly. That's what you're trying to get at, right, Matt?
Yeah.
So
Before Bill rudely interrupted you, fucking asshole.
So as
Fuck you and your cousin.
As
I don't
a-
know. Where are you from? Texas? That's got to be cousins down there, right?
Bro, you're from Delaware, all right? Y'all,
He's
y'all
from
be
Jersey,
fucking, y'all got mountain people up there fucking each other too, okay?
In Delaware? You need to do some research, bro. We're a flat fucking state, like, your chest.
Bill's from Jersey. Don't let him lie to you.
Bench pressing.
I know one thing about Delaware. You go through your toll bridges, don't have a fast pass. They got charges that take a $5 toll to $58. That was a
Woo!
expensive toll. So just talking outside the box.
Well, it was $8 until you ran the toll.
Yes.
Bill, I'll cut the brakes on your bike.
Oh, it had a $15 college fund fee. It was nuts. It's $58. It was all done. It's like
Go
$58.
Yeah, go play hockey, you hoser.
Oh, shit. How did I get that far north?
Oh my God. All right. So anyway, anything else, Matt?
Nah, that's it.
That's it.
I didn't think I was
Well,
getting
he's
on
from
here. I
a
was
town
not
around the
prepared
state,
for
so
this.
you can't really say a lot.
Dude, I run the fucking show and I'm not prepared for this, okay?
Well, Matt, to answer, get some answers or help there, between me and Bill and other, vendors / manufacturers that are very involved in what it's going to take to, do that for safety reasons that you talked about earlier, for growth reasons, whatever reasons. Somebody needs to put together a plan and see what it's going to take to get it sponsored. Because if it's going to be professional service outside, and if between all the people that we all know that some of them have millions of followers, everything else like Trevor's talking about, if something's made, we're members. If it's something that the USPSA can approve and the members get behind it and fund it, and we take it and do it and get sponsors involved to help pay for it.
See, that's the thing, Matt just brought that up too, is why does it need to be sponsored when USPSA is making over $2 million a year in revenue? They can afford to fund a little bullshit video. Why does it have to be sponsored?
I'm just throwing ideas out there because it hasn't been done in the past.
Billy said I didn't think Matt was ever going to shut up.
No, Matt,
you haven't said a word.
I'm saying that is because it hasn't been done in the past. So, the members are the ones that, or I can say it like I say it on the show. I do reach out to your area director and send them an email and see where it goes, because it's got to start somewhere. I agree. But if there's ways to get it, sponsored, I mean, Federal sponsored the live feed they did at Nationals. No matter how good or bad people thought it was, Federal put money on the table to get that done. Mm-hmm. So
I bet they were fucking pissed.
I don't know. But my thing is things aren't going to change unless the members are active and make the right emails to the people that represent them.
Well, at least make any emails. That's the thing. Is I'm talking to area directors and section coordinators, and so section coordinators, first off, are not receiving anything. Area directors are the ones receiving the emails, and they're parsing. I talked to a couple area directors, and the one of them was parsing it out, but the other ones may or may not have been. I didn't ask at that level. But they're not trying to figure out where that viewership is where that messages are coming from. And that's one of the things I brought up earlier in the podcast was, are we paying enough attention to Steel Challenge? Because Steel Challenge is a part of USPSA. Brian, you are 100% in on the Steel Challenge crowd. You have gone to a lot of Steel Challenge matches. A lot of the firearms you have in your van are Steel Challenge firearms. But there's not a lot of representation from Steel Challenge in USPSA.
Well,
but when they start exercising that desire to be represented in USPSA because they are a part of the organization, we're not going to know where these rule changes and rule requests and desires for changes within the organization are going to come from. And I'm afraid, maybe not afraid is the right word, I'm concerned that a lot of people are not realizing that a large percentage of the Steel Challenge crowd feel they are better represented by an old member of the USPSA board than is currently involved.
Okay.
So y'all got me, right?
I
Mike
follow
Foley was and is huge within the Steel Challenge community, where a lot of our area directors are not.
Mike Foley let Zach Jones do his job with Steel Challenge to grow that in the Southeast.
But Mike Foley is the one that's taking advantage of it currently, correct?
If that position and that time presents itself, of course. But
that's not necessarily what I'm concerned of, but that's what I see happening.
Yeah, I get it. But to answer, where's that going with the future and other area directors? I've sat down and spoke to Matt. He came to area matches before he was even elected to talk. I watched him have communication and long conversations with Steel Challenge people to learn and take it upon himself to make sure where everything was at there. And based on listening to some people to get some ideas here and there, has learned even more now that we need to maintain and help, not a lot of things changing, but I think people are going to take that time now, especially in the state of where the USPSA is right now, to listen a lot more to everyday ideas and conversations that come across their email. And if people don't take the time to email constructive criticism or email constructive ways they think things need to change, grow, or be different, then you're right. Nothing's going to change because the area directors don't know it to change it. And then when they don't know it to change it, then they have to make decisions that they think, based on their core group of people they're around that are talking to them all the time, this is what everybody else wants. So
that's 100% the point. Well, not point, but a valid fact that we don't have people representing what they want by at least at a minimum involvement of emailing their area director.
Right.
Unfortunately, we don't have enough Steel Challenge and USPSA representation within, a mixed. We don't have enough mixed representation within our section and area coordination, right? So within our sections are mostly USPSA, or damn near all. I dare say all USPSA, and our areas are all USPSA, when we're really a huge part of our growth over the past couple of years has been Steel Challenge. And if we don't start involving those Steel Challenge people within the organization and within our section and within our area, we're going to start seeing those people take over those positions in an effort to improve their organization, then be USPSA as a separate, if you want to look at it that way, organization. So if you're a USPSA person that sees Steel Challenge as a separate organization, and your Steel Challenger sees USPSA sort of, and you say, well, fuck it, we're not being representative. Let's start pumping a bunch of our Steel Challenge people in. Then everybody, well, damn your rule set. We don't care anymore. We want to start getting our Steel Challenge people in there to start say, mind you, Steel Challenge absolutely 100% does not want any more than 8 stages they have. That's the way they see things. That's the way they want things. That's the way it should be as far as they're concerned.
Mm-hmm.
If that's the way they want it, they want little subsets of the rules, or they want subsets of the divisions changed, and they start pumping in people, and they're going to start, whitewashing is the wrong word. They're going to start pencil whipping. So it's going to be like, oh, you guys are voting, 90% involvement of saying, we should allow PCC to start holstering their guns. Then they're going to just pencil that shit in because they don't really care, because PCC holstering isn't a thing in Steel Challenge.
Well,
so you know what I'm saying? So they're going to start doing some things where they're just whip. I hope that doesn't become the case. I really don't. I really hope that they put some thought and consideration into the other sport.
I think they will, Bill. I think they realize now, they being the board, realize now that they're at a very important time with the USPSA as an organization.
I think this was a huge wake-up call.
And I think the board of directors, I think a majority of them knew they had the power to do what they needed to do, but now it's unanimous. All 8 of them know what kind of power they have now. And that's not a bad thing.
As an organization.
That's an exciting thing, because they don't feel like they're fixing to be roadblocked and not have a voice.
Yeah.
I think they're at a point now where they're fixing to realize we have a voice. We need to do this, and we don't need to be pushed to the side and something just pin it till later and never get back to it. I don't think that's going to be the things anymore, Bill.
Well, I don't hope they do.
Bill,
I
real
honestly,
quick, Bill, I want to give you a huge shout out for from the start of this podcast, designing and then making that exact shirt you're wearing during the podcast. He was designing the logo when we started, and then now by the end of the podcast, he is wearing it.
Yep.
All of y'all.
We watched
all
the
are
whole
not even
process.
trying hard.
And people that are amazed, I've been using Bill's products now for what, 2.5 years, Bill?
Ever since we started, bro.
That's right. So, if there's any match directors on here listening, or any other vendors listening, if you don't get your banners from Bill direct, you're
You
paying
fucking up.
75% too much money. So Bill's
You fucking up.
So it is. Bill's been great. Thank you, Bill, for all you've done for
Mac.
helping promote me
Mac,
in a flat cardboard cutout, whatever you've got me traveling around.
that thing kills
Flat
me,
Brian,
dude.
I
That
got
the Flat Brian.
showing up at matches.
It's so good. It's so good. Every time I see it, it makes me smile.
Yeah, it makes me nervous because I'm waiting for somebody with a Sharpie, but that's okay. I know who you will be.
Dude, the number of people that molest your banner that don't actually share pictures of it is saddening, really.
Bro, I am so waiting to see it so I can cut a hole out in precarious areas.
God, why do I sponsor this man?
And put insert for a good time.
There's please don't make me choose my life choices again, Trevor.
Again. Jesus.
All right, so Matt, let's get you involved, brother. Give us a controversial topic.
Production.
What about it?
How they
He
killed
misses
it.
production really bad, bro. Listen, Matt was one of the top production shooters in the freaking, if not in the area, in the nation. And then they were like, "Oh, let's start doing carry optics," and he was like, "Oh, fuck my life."
It went from like 40 people at a local to 10 real quick.
10 real quick.
Yeah, so how do you think they reverse that? Do you think it's 15 round
No, hold
capacity?
on. You don't have all the information.
Okay,
Matt,
give me all
tell
the
us where you're
information,
from.
Matt.
All right, pause. Before you do that, I'm going to get off here and get some rest. Got to be at a match early in the morning, and I'm going to let you get on another shooter that can be more eventful for this topic than me because,
All right.
when there's 87 divisions, it just means more people to me. I don't care.
Hell yeah. Love you, brother.
Y'all be
Thank you for
good.
coming on.
Good night.
Peace, Brian.
Peace.
See you, Brian.
All right. Who else wants to come into this shit show? How about the guy from Ely? All right. Anyway, Matt, give me the juice.
What do I think they should do to fix it?
Yeah. Give me that. Well,
What happened to
give
you?
me.
Tell us what happened to you first.
Tell us what happened to you.
I was shooting production. Everybody left.
So
Where'd you go, Matt?
where'd you go?
They all went to carry optics.
What happened to you once you went to carry optics? You started breaking all your fucking guns, didn't you,
Yep.
Matt?
Broke 3 guns at Area 8.
Oh wow.
3.
How made you break it in North Carolina?
1.
Oh.
No, just 1.
How do you break all these guns?
I broke both my optic plates at Area 8, and then I broke Stephen Van's Romeo at Area 8. And then at North Carolina, I broke Jeff Emmerich's slide stop on his gun that I borrowed because my guns are still broke.
That's probably one of my favorite things is watching a carry optics guy. And,
And the dot
optic-
just flies
you
off.
see the optic fly off.
It makes me
every-
so happy.
Like one in 1,000, they shoot it. They shoot the optic out of the air.
Yeah.
That's happened to me stage 1 at Area 8. I put my optic cover on, and I heard a noise. I looked down, my SRO was rolling down the hill.
Hashtag red Loctite, bro.
I use red
No,
Loctite.
dude.
Hashtag minor
Red
power
Loctite
factor,
doesn't-
dog.
It doesn't save it when the aluminum stop plate comes off with it.
That's what happened to me.
Good God.
What happens when that happens, by the way? Like, you're just done, or?
So literally when your dot doesn't hold a 0 anymore and it falls off your gun, you can't aim.
But, like, theoretically, if you had co-witnessed irons, do you...
But it falls off the gun and you can't aim.
But co-witness irons could be separate from the dot.
Right.
But
can you still use the irons?
But the iron backplate is part of the rear sight and it falls off the fucking gun.
No. I'm saying if just the optic breaks off and you have backup irons.
There's one fucking plate. There's one
Bill,
plate
just
on the
shut
market
the fuck
that
up
has
and
a rear
answer the
iron
question.
plate on it.
Stop being so logical. Can you use the iron sights to finish the fucking match?
If you have any,
Yeah,
I don't have any.
Just a front sight post. Sure.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
So we need to make a movement of Glock only carry optics so that you can co-witness in case it flies off.
I'm so preserving that domain, glunks only.
Glunks only.
Just for carry optics, though.
My God. Just here's the thing, right? Can we save production, or do we just send it to the wolves?
It's done. It's done now. It will never come back.
Sorry.
Production's dead.
Did y'all see?
Yeah, it will never come back.
Did y'all see what I said earlier about bringing in open and limited and only having open major minor and limited major minor? That would fix everything.
Okay. You can shut your face hole.
It's a good idea.
No, it's a terrible
idea. You didn't
idea.
say it was a bad idea.
It was a terrible
Hold on.
idea.
Stop. So here, let me see if I can gather what you're saying, right? Open, meaning you can run an open gun, or a carry optics gun, meaning a 2011 and carry optics, or a regular shadow with an optic, whatever. See, open meaning, light, open major.
Dot. Open meaning dot. Limited meaning irons. And you only have major minor open, major minor limited.
Shoot whatever gun you want. Bro, you are going to have every open shooter just decide to shoot minor, and they're going to fucking torch everybody with a carry optics gun, with the exception of like Max Michelle and like one other guy.
Okay, everybody's complaining about PCC.
In the realm.
Same thing. How many open guys are getting beat by B-class PCC shooters? First off, M and GM.
Let's ignore the PCC shooters. Pistol shooters, right? Like the people that matter.
The people who don't suck dick.
Look, he's at open and limited, major, minor.
It's basically multi-gun rules. It's the same.
Open and limited major versus open and limited minor only come down to the same decision between major and minor limited division, which is how many round counts are desired on the stages.
Or power factor only.
Only.
No, you're mixing it up. Look at limited. Not limited. Single stack. Look at single stack. Single stack says if the stage plans are beneficial to major power factor, I'm shooting major power factor.
No, yeah.
If the stage plans are beneficial to minor power factor, I'm shooting minor power factor. So you're going to have people in open and limited that are going to look at the stage matchbook, which nobody fucking looks at the matchbooks anyway. But you're going to look at the matchbooks and you're going to say, okay, well, if it makes sense, I'm going to shoot major, or if it makes sense, I'm going to shoot minor. And it's not going to matter any other difference other than that. You're going to have people that are going to fucking crush minor open because they've got 3 extra rounds than open major.
No, they wouldn't. They'd have the same amount of rounds.
Shut your fuckhole.
I'm just saying,
Nobody
you're making a super invalid point. Yeah, you're making a fucking invalid point. It's the same amount of rounds. Capacity is the same.
Case. I got you.
It's all the same.
I guarantee look, I come from a revolver master, and I guarantee I could put 2 rounds closer together in minor than I can 2 in major.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
You should.
But here's
Then why would
here's
I
my
not shoot?
point. The problem with major power factor is major power factor it became a thing way back when people were shooting open 40 and open 45, right? Then it made sense. Now,
that shit hasn't happened since the 80s.
listen, that's my point. Now we have 9mm and 38
you were
super
there.
comp. Yeah, you were there, you old fuck. 9mm major is
so wrong.
is so retarded, and 38 super comp major is also just as equally retarded to have. Period. It's a useless thing that we're holding on to for no fucking reason besides, oh my god, #boomer, I want to hold on to this dumbass fucking idea. Like, it's stupid. Get rid of it.
I'm not saying that's the solution, but that would make it so much more simple. And because right now it's a joke saying open minor. That's a joke. Like, nobody wants
Nobody
that.
shoots open minor.
Nobody shoots open minor.
Nobody.
So lower the power factor to 145 and make it safer then. Don't get rid of it. Lower it and make it safer.
On right now.
It would. So that
He's the guy for melee. He's an ammo guy. Is it fucking stupid?
That wouldn't fix it, Trevor.
What would fix it?
Because lowering the power factor. Because you're still going to have guys. I talk to people every week who argue with me about what factory ammo should chrono. And some of these guys are shooting 5-inch barrels with 3 to 4 3/8 ports in their barrels, and they have to have something that's running 190 or higher for it to function. And anybody else that's going to be overpowered. Nobody wants to shoot that. And why somebody would put themselves at a level that high for the ammo that they need to compete with when everything that you're countering your recoil with is doing its job, but you're taking that out of the equation and making it work double time because you're running 190, 195 out of your gun just so it'll run. They're still going to do that. If you lower your power factor...
Well, cool. Fuck those guys. But the 99% of us who are intelligent and aren't fucking idiots will benefit from it. Because you're always going to have those outliers of guys. I'm sure there's still guys running 45 caliber open wad cutters and like # my gun's the greatest thing ever. But you're always going to have those weird guys, right? But realistically, it would be safer to drop the power factor. It'd be easier on the guns. It would be just better overall. Like, how many guys...
Sounds like somebody with really soft wrists is talking right now.
I don't care about my wrist. I care about, hey, if I spend $8,000 on a gun, am I going to get 100,000 rounds out of it before I blow the fucking thing up?
My shock buffer, no.
No, it can get worse than that. How many, like fucking Brennan Conway just had to fly his fucking plane across the U.S. to go fix a fucking slide.
I know junior shooters that have guns that fall apart.
That was the biggest flex.
That was a big flex.
I'll not disregard that the gun falling apart and having slide cracking is not a problem. Like,
sometimes it is.
Even a junior shooter is having this problem.
Right. I mean,
but it happens faster with major power factor. The guns are beat to shit with major.
Cracked slides still happen in Steel Challenge.
See, and this is the problem, Trevor. This is the problem right here. Is you assume that major was meant for 38 super and 9mm major.
No, it wasn't at all.
Not.
It's not.
Cocksuckers shooting 40-45.
That's what I said at the very beginning of this, Bill, you fucking idiot.
He did say that.
I said that, Bill. I said that, Bill.
Get off your own fucking podcast.
Bill, I said that earlier, you fucking idiot. You weren't paying attention. That's what I said. I said it was designed. Major was designed for 40 and 45, not 9 and 38. So can we stop this bullshit?
This guy.
I stopped listening around here.
There. Bill, you stopped listening at the red mark.
And now I'm down here.
You see the red mark at the very top? That's where you stopped listening.
This is where I started. This is where I am.
Oh, my God.
Money Mike is talking about if PCC was allowed major scoring. Nobody else would ever win. Everybody would move to rifles.
Because they have such a hard time putting 2 9mm bullets this far apart.
Just from the scoring aspect. Like, if you allowed everybody major, nobody would ever beat PCC, probably.
Yeah, that's not wrong, but Jesus Christ, those guys can barely get fucking 9mm round those right.
It would if we
I'm gonna
limited.
enunciate this.
They would if we limited the mag capacity to 30, like I've been saying. Make those motherfuckers reload.
Yeah, but you can
9mm can
what do you
barely
limit
get
it
round
to?
those to feed.
You're limited to 30 rounds, 28 rounds, whatever. 28 or 30 rounds, just like open guns.
Same as open? Yeah.
Same as open. Limit them to 30 rounds or 29 rounds plus one in the gun or 28 rounds plus one in the gun. Make them fucking reload. Then you can't throw in a fucking 90 stick and throw five shots at a fucking open paper at 7 yards hoping you get a hit.
Assuming those big sticks work. Half the time they
Just
don't
saying.
work.
Hold up. You're talking about growing a sport versus, right? So growing a sport means including more people. And so growing a sport means whatever you got, you can bring. If you want to bring a 21-round magazine or 21-round Glock magazine, you can buy off the market, right? So the other thing is we're trying to, what USPSA is in the past been trying to incorporate is the tinnies, including flashlights and appendix and PCC. And all of those have allowed whatever you've got you can bring, right? So PCC allowing the 21 round, and then he said, well, fuck it. 21 rounds don't fit in 140 gauge anyway, so fuck it, bring whatever you got. And they were like, well, shit, I could put a big extension. I could fit, I don't even know how many rounds.
People are still going to shoot PCC even if you limit it to 30 rounds.
Right. And what you're saying, that was, it was a half-ass joke when I said open major minor versus limited major minor. But that eliminates all the stupid rule changes between each division as far as like mag length, mag capacity. Because like if you want to grow the sport, you need to make it more readily available to the average person, not somebody that's super into shooting, that shoots every single weekend, has a ton of ammo to go burn at a match, and they may just have their Glock or their damn XD, Well, if you go by the rule changes or the rule differences between divisions, they have to shoot production. They're going to get worked. And
you do realize that's not why the most match directors and ROs were hesitant to take on PCC, right?
But my point is, if you're a new shooter, yes, you want to get bigger and you may really enjoy this as a hobby or as a sport, and you're just going to do it regardless of where you are in the standings. Anybody that is getting destroyed week in and week out is not going to want to keep going, or they're going to move up into a different division.
I like the idea of open major minor, limited major minor, run what you brung, because I'll tell you right now, if single action was allowed in carry optics, I would fucking leave open in about 0.2 seconds flat and go shoot fucking carry optics minor with a 2011 and live my best life.
Well, and I'm not saying that's the solution to all these problems, but that's exactly what they did for two-gun. And two-gun, if nothing else, was fun. And it was that simplified. It was literally open major minor, which minor obviously for PCC, but you had your choice on your pistol. You could shoot your open gun.
Bill's getting so triggered. Bill's so triggered. Bill's so triggered. Matt hasn't spoken in an hour.
Bill woke
This
up.
is going off the rails.
Two-gun this year was an outlier. Two-gun PCC.
Matt, you just got to jump in there and tell these guys to go fuck themselves. Speak your piece,
I
bro.
just want to bring something up. Do we really need to grow the sport right now? Because I don't know about how it is around the rest of the country, but in our area, locals fill in 2 minutes, let alone majors.
No. We don't need to grow the sport with competitors. We need to grow the sport with sponsors.
Yes.
But I want to roll back some of these dumb rule changes the last president made to stuff his own pockets.
Thank
like production, carry optics, brass grips, flashlights.
Keep it going.
Stupid.
Keep it going. More.
Well, that's fine because you still
Why
have
is this boat anchor legal in carry optics? It weighs like 20 pounds.
Do I need to give something away to make this podcast happen, or what?
Yeah, give something away, Bill, while Matt continues down this journey. Matt, more.
Give away.
That's where I wanted this conversation to go. Like, do we roll back these dumb changes, or do we leave it now that everybody's bought brass grips and dumb flashlights? And
no, we fucking roll it back.
That's what I'm saying. Fix production, fix carry optics, It's stupid. It's so dumb.
Is it like a normal?
Can we allow 2011s in carry optics for the love of Christ?
No, because Atlas will break and everybody will cry. No, I'm kidding.
They'll come
I
out
don't
with a
care,
140
honestly.
carry optics mag.
It already exists. We're ready for 2011s and carry optics, baby. I'm telling you, the second 2011s are allowed in carry optics, my open guns are going right back to them. And I'm
I
getting
can
some
shoot 2
data.
matches every weekend, every month.
All right, Bill, give something away.
Is Matt even allowed 2011s in carry optics?
No, 2011s aren't allowed in carry optics because
No.
fucking
I
boomer.
mean, I'm sorry, you're wrong. You're right, but I'm wrong. Is Matt even allowed carry optics in 2011s in his state?
Yeah, that's true. Matt, how's that work? What state are you in, Matt? What state are you in, Matt? What state are you in?
I'm not. No comment.
What state are you in? I won't.
He's in one of those states where you're not allowed more than 10 rounds.
Okay, wink if you're in California.
No, he's not in California.
New York.
I wouldn't hit that on anybody.
I'm where Bill's from. I'll just say that up
He's
there.
in a state where I grew up, which is unfortunately not friendly to.
That sounds like a personal problem.
I'll hold up. I'll show you the biggest AR mag I own.
10 rounds.
It's fucking
Hold on.
2 rounds. It's a little. It's like the little
let me
Ruger
put it to you this
American
way.
mag.
It's a 10 round mag.
He's in a 10-round mag state. However,
Or it's
However-
a 5 round 50 mag.
Yeah.
that would.
Adorable.
I guarantee you, if I gave him my nemesis, he wouldn't have a problem crushing either one of you. I just won't let him hold my nemesis because I don't.
You mean my nemesis? You fuck.
Whatever, you douchebag. I got my own nemesis back.
Well, where's
and
my gun? You fucking asshole. You haven't thought about mailing it back?
I can't mail it across state lines, you douchebag.
You didn't tell me that before I let you take it. You fucking
trying to get-
asshole.
Who's
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to get fucking banned now?
He did not mention that he couldn't return my gun when I let him take it at a match. You
Wait.
fucking cocksucker.
Just wait
That's
until it
Bill
gets
now.
confiscated because of capacity.
I have beat you at 2 different major matches with it, though, haven't I?
I don't recall.
Limited 10 and Area 7.
Limited 10, yeah, I lost to everyone there. In Area 7, I also... Did you? No, I don't think you did beat me. I don't think so. I don't recall this. Give away something, you fuck.
I got a swinger. You want to hold my swinger?
I want to hold your swinger.
So we've got something new that we've been working on that we've only released to the the Area 8 and North Carolina section match the Carolina section is a table mount. And it's just because a lot of people don't have like wall space that they want to commit a swinger to, so we've got a table mount now. So I'll give away a table mount. Who do you want to give it to?
Let's see here.
Money Mike, aren't you running for fucking president? You can't afford a swinger.
Who isn't?
People that shoot PCC dry fire?
All right, the first person to tell us
What size that golf club is?
where the first person to tell us where Hammer and Sear peed, on what object Hammer and Sear peed, gets a swinger.
What?
What?
Yeah, Hammer and Sear took a piss on an object
That was
earlier.
like 2 hours ago.
It doesn't matter if you're still in here. Oh, the Marky Mark D on his house.
There you
He
go.
got it. The
On
Marky
his
Mark
house.
D. You get
Tell him
a
to
swinger.
DM me because otherwise I
DM.
don't remember who the
Yeah,
fuck he is.
yeah. DM him your info. Give something else away. Don't be cheap, you fuck.
What the fuck, bro? I don't see you giving shit away other than your opinions.
I've already
You
given
give-
away like 3 shirts, you fucking asshole.
Give
Where
that
have you
shirt,
been?
That shirt that you're wearing right now. Give it
Yeah,
away.
the shirt that's
This one
on
here?
your body. You have to sign it and send
I
it.
literally had to make it and sign it. It's an XL, so it's a little bit larger than what I would appreciate people being, assuming that I am.
Doesn't matter.
You can
The
give it to me
shirt-
next match, Bill. I'll take
the
it.
shirt on your body you have to give away. That
All right,
exact
I got-
shirt. You have to sign it. And you can't wash it either.
Don't wash it.
Don't watch it.
You can't watch it.
She
He
get my
wants-
flavor.
He wants that must.
involved.
All right. Are you down with that? You want to do that?
Oh, I don't give a shit, bro.
All
I'll
right,
take
cool.
it off right now.
All right, we're going to give away the shirt that was on Bill's body. He's going to sign it with a special message to whoever wins. The first person to, let's see here. Let's get a good one.
Dude, your viewership halved in the time this is taken.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. This could be a good one. This has got to be a good one. I can't think of one. Somebody else come up with it. Matt, come up with it. What's going to be the giveaway?
I'm literally gonna sign it with "Sorry you won this."
Sorry you won this.
I don't know.
Let's see here. All right, how about this? What company does Joseph work for?
Yeah, first person to buy 1,000 rounds. Win.
What company does Joseph work for? First person to get it gets the shirt.
Can I play it? No, I want that shirt.
No, you can't. You can't play.
I doubt anybody knows.
Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know.
You said it when he came
Oh,
on.
the Marky Mark got it. The same guy got it. All right, we can't let you win two things in a row, so Magnus Shooting gets it. Oh, wait, no. Does he?
No, Manny
Matt
won it.
Hopkins.
Matt.
No, Matt
I don't know,
Hopkins.
Matt, dude.
You
Matt
technically
was the
work
sneaky.
for Kilos. Or is it Kilos? How do you spell that?
It's Kilo.
Kilo. Is that how you spell it? I don't
Yeah.
know. Technically, I
Hey,
don't know.
Trent-
Do you work
Trent
for
can't-
Ely?
Trent.
Jesus Christ,
You
will you
can't-
fit in a fucking XL? 'Cause
Trent-
that's all I've got here.
Trent can't win it. Don't give it to him.
So
No, we're going to give it to Magnus Shooting. Isn't that who
Technically-
said it first?
Technically,
Or
No, Manny.
besides Marky?
No,
The Marky
fucking
Mark?
Manny said it
Manny.
first.
have somebody send me a fucking DM. So this is the first of our Gun Bunny series.
So that's the very first Gun Bunny shirt ever made. It is worn and signed. Hold on, what do you mean scroll up? I was first. On my feed, you're not
Tom-
first, bro.
Tom did
Manny
say
was
it.
first on mine.
Oh yeah, Mark was first, and then Tom.
I'm looking
We're all,
at
we're all,
I'm
we're all
looking at
backwards.
I'm looking at my feed, bro. And on my feed, it has Mark first, then Magnus, then Tyrell Prague, then Brett Wally. I don't even see that Tom even commented on mine.
Yeah, on mine it goes Mark and then Tom and then Magnus.
Tom, what the fuck, bro?
But I'm on that Kamala.
Are you even
internet.
trying, bro?
Who do you have on yours first,
Should
Matt?
have had to spell it.
It was Manny. Many
True.
things were first on mine.
True on
Many
the spelling.
things isn't even on mine.
Maybe you blocked him.
No, I don't have many things blocked. He's on every fucking podcast in the world. Oh my
Manny was first on
god.
mine.
I'm good. That
But
shirt has
you're
PCC
hosting it,
hit.
so yours should be right.
All right, fuck it. I'm hosting it. Magnus Shooting gets the goddamn shirt, and he has to wear it to Carry Optics Nationals.
Ooh, I'm shooting PCC for that Nats.
Magnus Shooting gets the shirts. Magnus, send DM old fuckstick and tell him all your stuff, and he'll send it to you. All
When
right.
Bill gets back, I want to ask him what he thinks to do with the new rules that Foley jammed down everybody's throat because he's been doing this forever.
Who?
Bill Duda.
Yeah, Bill's going to give the political answer because he doesn't like to spread all the hate.
I just want his opinion. I want to know what he thinks.
Oh, Magnus is going to wear it unwashed to Natty's. All right, so Tom, are you still in here? Did I piss Tom off? Did he finally leave?
Is
Tom,
there
you
any?
didn't leave, did you? Stay in, Tom.
Is there any kind of stipulations, like in normal office, where the new president can't just immediately reverse everything that the last one did? Or
No,
is it-
I doubt it. You should be able to fuck off everything. I'm afraid
Yeah.
Duda is taking off his underwear. That's a distinct possibility. All right, so let's see here. I want to give away something too. I'm going to give away a Bangin Brass shirt. So we're going to do it this way. All right. who was the first person on the podcast when I very first, like when I started this episode, who was the first person in? If you can tell me that, you win a Bangin Brass Podcast t-shirt.
I think I know, because he was also the drunkest.
Matt, you can't win. You fuck.
Zen precision.
True.
Hold on. I don't know who won my shirt. I was taking a piss.
Fucking Magnus won it.
Magnus?
But he just fucked it up for everybody. Matt, you just fucked it up for everybody. I gotta think of a new one now. You fucking asshole. All right. All right, I got one for you. Who took a piss and left their phone but took their fucking headphones and we could hear them take a piss? First person to comment wins.
What? These are getting so specific.
It's not specific at all.
It's very
Who could that
specific.
possibly have been?
It's specific for a reason. Okay. We have a winner. Tommy Tom.
Wait, how come he can win? He was on here too.
He got one.
That's bullshit.
He was like second in all of them.
Okay. Fuck, Matt. I'll send you a shirt. Jesus Christ.
Nah, I'm okay.
Hey, you still owe me a shirt.
What do you mean? You owe me a shirt, motherfucker.
Hey, you remember that?
You owe me ammo, you son of a bitch.
You remember
I
that
made
time?
you famous.
You remember that time you showed up to a major without anything?
Oh, you are correct. I didn't have a jersey at all. I left
nothing?
everything. I left my whole bag. I had my guns and ammo, and this motherfucker gave me a shirt. You are right. I do. You got a shirt coming, buddy. All right, Tom, send me your info, and I'll send you a shirt. Matt, send me yours, and I'll send you one as well.
Right.
And then, I guess Joseph, send me your info, and I'll send you one as well.
Just bring it to
Who
me.
do I owe a swinger to? I don't even know who the fuck I owe the swinger to. They didn't DM me.
They have to DM you to get it. If they don't, then
That was
Well, okay, now I'm
Mark.
gonna get 17 fucking DMs, you douchebag.
it was me. No, it was Marky Mark D. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, the Marky Mark D. Okay. I see that.
Yeah. And then Magnus Shooting won the shirt that you took off. He's gonna wear it to Carry Optic Snacks unwashed, by the way.
Who?
Magnus Shooting. He's gonna wear it to Carry Optic Snacks unwashed. Just so you
He's got to
know.
wear all 3 days though. That's the deal.
Yeah, he does. Did you sign it?
I did, and I had a fresh package.
Okay, packaged it.
Look, look how far down the bottle I am.
You've been at that level of the bottle
No,
for like the last
fuck
hour.
you. Fuck you and the fish.
You don't have a hair on your nuts
I
if you
started
don't
up
turn
here.
that thing up and kill it right now.
Plus, you've been mixing it with Diet Coke.
You fucking fairy.
No.
That does nothing.
For the first 2 cans, it was Diet Coke. Ever since then, it's been straight fucking Captain. So
Magnus said he'll take your socks as well. Okay.
well, shit. Let me find some socks.
Oh my God, no.
For Zen Precision, we are giving away either ammo or vouchers.
He's talking about on this podcast.
Oh, no.
Oh no, he froze.
Not on the podcast, though.
Oh, you fucking asshole. Everybody go unfollow Joseph. Joseph, give away something. Everybody wants your stuff more than ours. They're like, wait a minute, doesn't he work for an ammo company? Fuck your shirts. We want ammo. Primers,
Dude,
please,
everybody
and
just
things.
wants primers. Everybody wants primers.
Oh my God. That's awesome. Okay. So we got to wrap the shit show up. We're already at 3 hours and 36 minutes. We're going to get.
We got fucking 30 minutes to go.
No, we got 23 and a half minutes before we get cut off by Instagram.
Matt
Oh, we
was
got plenty of
talking-
time.
Matt was talking about some of the rule changes. I don't even know what all of them were because most of them don't even apply.
He's actually gonna send the socks with it. He took his dirty socks off and is sending them with the shirt. Magnus shooting. You have to post when you get this and tag us in it. Magnus. Magnus
going to separate package.
Magnus
Oh, yeah,
shooting. No. Put it in the same package. Same
10 round
package.
AR mag.
You can wait 10 round AR. Magnus shooting. If you post just an unboxing video when you get that, so I have that content, I'll send you a shirt as well.
These are the ones that stand up on their own. But
You need to spray some bleach in there.
I'm
It's
not
gonna be
14
molded.
anymore, so
I know we'll grow the sport. We need a bold action division. That will grow the sport.
Bold action division. Post office gonna reject that package.
fucking hazardous material, bro. I'm just gonna stick a tag on it. I know how to do this.
Oh my god, that's incredible.
I've been
Hazmat.
at this longer than you. I've sent out more than one.
Biohazard.
UPS biohazard fee.
I've had friends that have asked me to handle a package for them, whether it be from Philadelphia or otherwise, and I'm like, no, not a problem. I'll totally take care of that for you. What they don't realize, it's coming in a package with big purple letters that says totally, and a really small, it says not.
Is that $1,000?
It says totally not in really small letters. BigDildo.com.
Oh, nice.
Tight fit for him, as you have to. And then, and then I totally wrapped the package in that wrapping material and then sent it to him. So.
Kenny Platt. Nobody said anything smart, bro, since you left.
I did.
Who?
I had a bomb-proof division plan.
Yeah.
Shit on it.
Joseph had a bomb-proof division plan of open, minor, major, limited, minor, major. That's it. Everything else can go fuck itself, and we shit all over it.
What else is
I lost a lot of buttons.
No, I see that was terrible sentence.
I think it's genius, personally.
Yeah, but
Kenny, he's saying open, major, minor, limited, major, minor, and PCC. Everything else can go fuck themselves.
Power
no,
factor
but you're
only,
you're
mag
negating the
capacity.
fact that people coming out of not knowing their ass from a hole in the ground wanting to shoot whatever gun they brought to the sport, and that being all the Glock shooters, because every Glock shooter
Limited, minor.
should be in production.
Boom.
Regardless of open, minor, major, whatever, they should all be production.
You
Kenny,
want to put a dot on that Glock?
Kenny,
Open
let's get you in here to tell your plan. Somebody sacrifice themselves for the greater good.
Yeah, I want to talk to Kenny.
I'll go. I'll put
All right,
myself on the
Joseph, I love you, but we have to
You've got
sacrifice
great
you.
hair.
You have great hair. Actually, he has a great body.
Wait till you see this man's beard.
All right, Kenny, get in here, bro. Where's
We're
Kenny?
gonna have to kill this.
Kenny Platt, and come on, we're bringing you in, bro.
Do it, Kenny. Do it, Kenny. I really hope-
Kenny, God, you are a lot of man. You know
Thanks,
that?
man. That's
Look at
right.
Look at that beard.
Damn straight.
That's a face I could sit on. All right, give us your
please.
division plan.
My division plan. So I think I was actually talking with someone that is running for, I was talking to Ye-Man. Why not just name drop?
Why not just name drop?
Why not just name drop? And I was telling him, I was at Area 1 saying, bro, don't you think it's ridiculous that we don't have a division for the most popular handgun in America, which is still, like, at least to be used in its stock form, which is still an iron-sighted 9mm high cap gun to actually be competitive. You either have to put a dot on it if you want it to be high cap, or you have to shoot limited minor where you're not competitive, or you have to download your mags.
Yeah.
So that is just, it's absolute insanity. And taking that match, that's the last major I shot was Area 1. Taking that into account, like, just looking at it, we've got 8 divisions. 5 of them are iron sight divisions. 3 are optics divisions. At that particular match, there were 300 shooters shooting the 3 optic divisions combined, and about 150 in the 5 iron sight divisions combined. So I see
kill them all with fire.
No, so I see it as a problem that we have way too many iron sight divisions, and when divisions start getting watered down, people tend to want to jump from them. So if we don't consolidate iron sight divisions, iron sights will die in the game.
You're ridiculous.
You think that's ridiculous?
You're ridiculous in the fact
No,
that
Bill has said everything anyone has said tonight is ridiculous. Don't
Listen.
take Bill just take Bill with a grain of salt.
No. Let me explain why you're ridiculous.
Yeah, tell me.
You're ridiculous because of Steel Challenge. Steel Challenge has iron sight and optics divisions in almost every single platform available.
With the same caliber, basically. 9mm or 22. Nothing else. No more, no less.
Shut your fuckhole and listen to me. USPSA shoots almost every single division nationally in separate divisions. So if you want to compete at the national level, you can compete at national level iron sights, national level optics in separate divisions easily. And you're not doing so does not mean that it's not available to you.
Okay, yeah, I understand that, but what does that have to do with saying that we have 5 divisions that are making up 40% of the game right now is a problem, and that should be solved. Because having water.
What percent are you talking about? A fucking single second revolver? Or rather, a revolver all by itself is 5% of the sport.
Yeah, I mean, those need to be dealt with. But even just if you look at most of the area matches.
No, hold on. You just ripped a whole 2 divisions off by going whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yeah, because they're fucking useless.
No, but you haven't actually.
There's like 5 revolver shooters in the whole country.
Yeah, let Kenny say what he's going to do, what his plan is.
Kenny, what's your plan? Let's hear your whole plan.
A problem.
Yeah, let's hear your whole plan.
Outlining a problem, which is we have a lot of iron sight divisions that do not get a lot of attention. So if you don't, and people tend to want to jump from divisions, they want to bail from divisions that don't have a lot of heat. So if you don't solve this problem and consolidate those divisions, they will all die.
But you're consistently thinking of.
Hold on, we haven't heard his plan yet, Bill. Shut your fuckhole.
You're consistently thinking of iron sight divisions in only terms of major, minor, and not that the fact that you have the stage plan for a single stack stage versus a revolver stage versus a production stage versus even a limited minor stage. You have to plan those stages out differently from one another. And if you want to shoot, I mean, this is coming from a person that has shot a master class revolver and master class.
Who gives a fuck?
Listen, you're talking about somebody that shot both of those iron sight divisions specifically differently. An iron sight specific revolver is so much completely different than an iron sight specific limited, and you're not accounting for those 2 stage plans different from one another. When you're a match designer, when you're a stage designer for a major match, and you're trying to account for all these different divisions, you're trying to let them develop their own stage plans differently from one another. A stage plan for a revolver is so much different than a stage plan from limited that just clumping them into the same iron sight division is being asinine. And that's your own fault, not my fault.
Yeah, that's interesting. It has literally nothing to do with my proposal, though. Would you like to hear it yet?
Yeah, because you haven't let him talk yet. So
Go ahead.
Shut the
I appreciate it.
I am this
Kenny,
much,
go. We only have 15 minutes.
I know.
Before I
you
get
are.
cut
I watched
off,
you drink.
so hurry
dude,
up.
I will literally start a new podcast.
Bill, shut up.
I watched you drink most of it. All right. So I would say, if it were me, that all that needs to happen. Well, I think the whole flashlight business is dumb, and that I don't think it matters. I think get rid of that. Who cares? I don't give a shit about flashlights. If you want to set a more reasonable weight limit, that's fine. But that shit, I don't think breaks or makes a division. I don't think it actually matters. I think it's stupid, and the people that care are just going to set their guns up the way they like them, no matter what. But to bring the iron sight divisions into a little bit healthier of a spot, I would say personally, just erase the line or erase the rule that says 10 rounds in the mag for production, which would then by default just say however many fucking rounds you can cram into the magazine that fits into the gun, that fits into the box, is how many rounds you can have in that magazine. You don't have ROs trying to count to 15 rounds and have to keep track of that. You will have the aftermarket will just come up. They will solve the problem, just like they've solved the problem for 140 millimeter mags and 170 millimeter mags. Everyone's production guns that currently work right now under the rules will still work. Yep, most people will be at like 17 rounds. Well, I don't know. I can't tell.
My wife said, time to shut the fuck up. We hungry out here.
Most people's guns will be at 17 rounds for right now until aftermarket comes out with perfect little base pads that are little +2s or whatever, and everyone will sit at about 19. But it would differentiate itself from limited for a few ways. One, the guns have to be either double action, single action, or striker fired. They would have to fit in a box, so you wouldn't have 6-inch guns. They're not going to have sight blocks. You're not going to have mag wells. You're not going to have major scoring. There's enough differentiation between that and limited that those two things will appeal to slightly different people. And then the question is, what I would personally just say smoke revolver, fuck it, have it go away.
Thank
And then
God.
what?
We already have
and then,
IRC or whatever.
Yeah, they have their own game. And then what do you do? What do you do with all the low cap guys? What do you do with L10? What do you do with single stack? And what do you do with the people that live in shitty states or the people that really like 10-round production? Fucking lump them all together, because at this point, those divisions don't have any fucking heat anyway. Take it from the guy that's good but not great and goes and wins area matches, because there aren't enough fucking people shooting those divisions. I will be the first to say it, but I shoot those divisions because they're the ones that I like to shoot. I wish more people shot them. Bill, I'm not done. Bill, I'm not done. No,
Bill,
I'm not done.
Let him finish.
So you would have a combined overarching low cap division where you could either go 10-round minor or 8-round major. Action type does not fucking matter. Double stacks don't get magwells. Single stacks do get magwells. Low cap division. So all the single stack guys are happy because they can run the guns that they already have. They love the way that, I mean, I've reloaded, whatever. A single stack with a big fucking Dawson Ice magwell is going to reload just as well as my production gun. I've shot them back to back. It makes no fucking difference. If that's the gun you like and the frame you like, shoot it. If you're stuck in a shitty state and you have to shoot 10 rounds, fine. If you want to shoot 10 rounds only when you're in that state and you have some reasonable magazines, so when you take your low cap gun into a free state and shoot production, then great, good for you. So then you've got 3 divisions that are iron sights combined, and you actually have people, you give a high cap 9mm iron sight gun, which is the most popular fucking gun in the United States, a place to shoot and actually compete. Bill, go ahead and tell me I'm dumb.
Kenny Platt for fucking president. How about that?
Let me explain to you why you're dumb. And you're dumb for the same reason that the president of the United States has a problem. And it's because the population centers in the state are on the east and west coast. Matt Hempel is one of the East Coast people. We have a lot of people on the West Coast people. And the problem is this. If I put Matt Hempel against Trevor Cotter in a 10 limited division, Matt Hempel would push fucking Trevor shit in every day of the week. If I put Matt Hempel, who is on this video right now, against Trevor Cotter in the same division in an open magazine capacity, Matt Hempel would still push Trevor Cotter shit in.
What does that have to do with this?
What does that have to do with
That's what I'm telling
anything?
you. Listen,
That makes no sense. Your argument's fucking stupid,
You're trying
Bill.
to say that the limited division doesn't matter, and it does.
I didn't say anything about limited division. I wouldn't
limited
fucking
10.
touch it at all.
You take limited 10, you take production that are 10-round capacity limits in these states that they can't shoot any more than 10 rounds. And you're saying that don't matter. And they've got a huge percentage of the people that want to shoot the sport.
They still can, Bill. The fucking division's still there.
They want to shoot it in the capacity that's available. They don't want to have to travel outside of California. They don't want to have to travel outside of North Carolina or outside of New Jersey. They don't want to have to travel outside of Massachusetts. They want to shoot it within their own state. And you're saying they're not fucking valid.
You still have low cap. You still have low cap.
They will still push your shit in just like I did.
Yeah, I don't think it's saying they're not valid. I think it gives them more people to shoot against. I think consolidating those divisions gives that division,
Bill,
it makes one division with more people to shoot.
You're making it illegal to shoot that division.
How?
That complete fucking division.
How?
In California, in Massachusetts, in New Jersey.
The division's still there, Bill.
Against you in a
No. He's saying you can't shoot production. He's saying you can't shoot production in those states. But I would just
right because you're
I get
literally not allowed to have a 10-round plus in New Jersey.
I get it. But you could have the exact same gun and shoot the exact same gun against more people because you'd be shooting against all the people that are in your same boat. Everybody in your state that's yes, Bill. Everybody
you're
that's in your
the
same
people
boat.
in these states, bro. You're negating.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Everyone.
Let Matt talk.
Bill,
Bill, let Matt talk.
I live in New Jersey, and what we do is we all just shoot 10-round stage plans in open and carry optics. And when we go out of state, we somehow find big magazines and shoot them there. I think it's a non-issue.
Yeah, Bill, you're making no sense because all the guys who want to shoot production just shoot low cap, just shoot the low cap division with the same fucking gun. They're just, and now they have more competitors because everyone's forced to shoot that one division, right? Instead of having limited 10 and fucking production and all this other bullshit and single stack, now everybody is going to shoot against each other in one division. So now you've solved the issue.
Listen, look at every major this year. Low cap is completely dead.
Dead as fuck.
Matt, how many matches have you shot outside of your state this year? Guess. Rough
I don't know, 150.
Okay, 150 matches outside of your state
this year.
I've shot like 200 matches. Oh, this year?
This year,
30.
So how many matches outside of your limited capacity division states have you guys shot this year? Oh wait, hold on. You guys are in limited capacity divisions, and you're not GMs in your limited capacity, right? So these people that are shooting limited capacity divisions within their state, they don't have the ability, they don't have the desire to travel outside of their states and compete against you in your state in a limited capacity.
What do you mean? You're making zero sense. You're acting like we're taking the division all the way out. It's not. There's still going to be a 10-round minor division they can still use their same gun in. The only difference is they're now competing against all the single stack guys and all the limited 10 guys.
Which, by the way, that's all they give a shit about anyway.
You want to compete against the production 15 guys.
There's no production 15. Production is like full, just load your fucking mags and go.
Load your mags.
Load your mags and go.
Been drinking.
Yeah, you've been drinking way too much because you're
you're understanding that
Bill, you went off the deep end, dude.
Yeah,
I don't
Bill,
think
you
you got
went
anything.
way off the deep end. You got zero of that. Kenny, it's a genius fucking plan. I love it. I think we need to talk more about it, but we're out of fucking time.
I love you, bro.
I like what Kenny said, honestly.
Tim hates it. Tim hates it so much because it's a little disrespectful to the. I mean, the 1911 has
Tim.
for a long
nobody
time,
gives a flying fuck about single stack.
I mean,
dude, I love single stacks. They're awesome, but it would be nice. It'd be nice if they had more people to compete against, and if there was a place for high cap 9mm iron sight guns, which are the most popular fucking guns in the world, or certainly in the United States, which is all that matters. So we're talking about USPSA. If they had a place to be competitive, where you didn't have to either take it in the ass because you're shooting limited minor, or put a dot on your gun, or bastardize your magazines.
Yeah, love it.
That
Genius
sucks.
Fucking idea, Kenny. I think we need to talk more about that. I say we revisit this in a couple weeks.
Yeah, no one's ever going to do it. I mean, I've been screaming about this for years, and nobody gives a shit. I'm hoping that eventually somebody will.
Kenny, we're gonna do a short hour podcast later on this week if you're down, and we'll cover just this specifically.
Yeah,
get Tim on there too.
Yeah, we'll bring a couple people in, but we're literally out of time, Bill.
Fair enough.
I love your face.
No, I get it.
We got 3 more minutes for remarks because I started at on the 58 mark, so we need to. I don't want it to just end like the other podcast like the other podcast that Bill did, where we were just talking and it just shut the fuck off.
It literally shut the fuck off because we reached our time limit.
Yeah, but seriously, guys, this was fucking cool. So thank y'all for coming on.
Sorry, Kenny.
Everybody
I'm drunk to listen most of the time.
Yeah, Bill will listen to this again tomorrow when he's sober and be like, "Fuck, that was a good plan."
No, you mistake me for the guy that'll listen to this podcast a second time.
Bill, you definitely will. Anyway,
I don't like the sound of my own voice.
Yeah, but you love me.
Not gonna happen.
Anyway, guys, this has been fucking awesome. Thank you so much for coming on here. Anyone who was involved in a giveaway, you got to DM us or we won't remember because we're all drunk, besides Kenny and Matt. Y'all aren't drunk. But the people who did the giveaways are drunk. So,
hey, whoever I didn't answer the questions for, I'm going to start a new live just to answer their stupid questions. Or whatever questions they might be.
Bill's going to be live until 3 o'clock in the morning.
Is that what time it is? Oh, fuck you. It's barely midnight here, so.
It's only about to be 11 here. But anyway, I'm about to get cut off. But thank you guys so much for coming on. This was awesome. I enjoyed having all of you. And we definitely are going to do more of these kind of roundtable discussion deals because I feel like it went well.
Or not. You're definitely not going to invite me.
I'll invite you, Bill, every single time. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you. Thank you again. and we're gonna wrap this shit show up.
See you guys
later, guys. And
shut your fuck up. I mean, feeling.
I love you, Bill. Bye.
I had to hold on just long enough for that.
Yeah, that's good, man. That was actually really funny. That's a good way to end it. Later, bro. All right, people. If you made it this far, thank you so much for rocking through this shit show this long. I appreciate you. Bangin Brass Podcast merch is live. Go to Paper and Steel Apparel Co. and get it. Again, this podcast is brought to you by the awesome people at Pro Shop Products. Great products. Go check them out. And help Range Panda out, man. His account was way up there, and he has some pretty cool products that he makes himself along with Gianni Giordano, and they really relied on that Instagram account to drive business. So give his new Instagram account a follow, Range Panda 2A, gayest name ever, and help him out. Anyway, thank you guys for lasting this long, another 4-hour mark. If you made it this far, you're a fucking champion. And I'll talk to you on the next one. Thank you, and I'll see you on the range.